Let's try this now. I went back to basic. I put everything back the way it was. Like I didn't even touch it like yesterday. Oh, there it is. Let's try this now. Yeah, so I'm about 10 seconds behind now. Just like it was yesterday. About 10, 15 seconds behind. So hopefully everybody comes back. Oh my gosh. Hopefully everybody comes back.
Yeah. Whoa.
I that's what I was doing all day on this because I can't figure it out. So, Tater Sal, yeah. It's only a couple seconds behind now. I went back to like all the basic, everything they told me to change today. I changed, and that's what messed it up. I went back to like stock settings, and yeah, it's like yesterday. You said I was like 10, 15 seconds behind yesterday. So, can you tell a difference? Can you hear me, Tater? Dennis? Is what? There he is. Don't touch the machine. I'm not going to. I'm not going. I'm not going to.
Don't touch the machine.
But that's the problem. Was yesterday? You know, it said that I had a 10, 15 second, and uh, then Tim Chubby Guppy, yes, loud and clear, sweet. Then Chubby Guppy told me to kick on something on YouTube. You know, like so people could contact me better and stuff like that. So I couldn't turn it on. And then this thing had a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Cheryl. Poseidon's, thank you. I'm here not. It's fixed. It's only like 10 seconds behind, so like yesterday. But it said all these videos I watched on this Streamlabs says do this, this, and this, and it'll make your stream better, and you know, blah blah blah. So I did all of that, and it turned to garbage. Welcome back. Don't just not Cotter. Corsair, yay! Do you have less delay now? Yeah, it's like 10 seconds. If I turn on my phone, it's just like yesterday. It's the same, but I turned because it was simple and then advanced. So when you hit simple, it takes everything away that they told me to do, and it just goes to the. Don't leave, Poseidon. Come on, you and Corzo, get along. Or is that Jane? PP and Jane. LOL, PP. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. You no, Kyle, please stay. Oh boy.
Made it big.
Huh?
I made it big. You said you gotta find something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it won't let me put nothing in here. I don't know. I have no clue, dude. But yeah. So you guys kill me. That's hilarious. So yeah, I think maybe there's less. There is less delay. Um, yeah, I got a question. Do you guys ever see the onyx shrimp? Onyx. Because they got a brown and they got an onyx. Let me see. They're like a reddish brown. Um, hold on. What is? Oh, the plug. Be careful. Uh, onyx are awesome. Yeah. Well, Luke was saying that he wanted a brown shrimp, and I know
Where did you put my crackers, Cattle?
right there, buddy. Here's the. You guys, these are onyx. It's like a rusty brown, chocolate and rust mix. But Luke wants a brown shrimp. He's like, hey, let's get a brown shrimp and sell them and call them chocolates. Well, I contacted my buddy and he said, well, the brown ones are boring. They're just brown. He said, you want the onyx. So, onyx are awesome. You will get a whole new clientele. He can have some of my calls. LOL, they're brown. Cockroach color. Of what? Yeah. Oh, yeah, but they're not the onyx, right? Because I was just thinking, because I have like um, the, I don't mind, I kind of want to mix things up a little bit. I don't want to keep like the same exact shrimp at all times. So I don't have an issue like kind of like what would it be called? Like taking taking a product off the shelf and putting something else in its place for a while. You know, uh, rolling them inside. Like take away the snowballs and put the onyx. All kidding aside, the onyx look cool. All right, Green J Cole's Pickle Ricks. Oh yeah. I used to call them. Pickles when I had my blue green emeralds because they come out and they look like little pieces of pickle walking around. But in my videos, if you guys look back, I had that one video that I did a long time ago. It says blue green emeralds or green jades. I have to call the green jades, and I had over 300. A guy I knew was breeding them, and his tank got overgrown with mosses and plants and stuff, and he didn't look in it for the longest time. And he said he went to go clean it out, forgetting that there was stuff in there. And when he pulled out all the plants, there's over 300 shrimp, and so I gave him $100 for it. And those are the ones in one of my, when I started on my videos, when I was putting a flashlight to them, and they're all green. Those were the blue green emeralds. But yeah, they used to be called pickles. But I'm thinking, because like I go to the pet store, he buys my shrimp up, he sells my shrimp up there. And the guy that works with them says all the time that they can't stand the snowballs, blah, blah, blah. They're boring. I don't think they're boring because it's like calling what a crystal You know, a white crystal or crystal B, whatever, crystal whites. What are they called? You know, it's like saying that they're boring, and they're not. I mean, they got the nice white lines on the back, but you got to lift it up if you're going over that core. There you go. There you go. I got to get the other ones over. Hold on, let me help you. Oh, okay. But yeah, the Crystal B, and you know, you get the SS grade, you got the white line. They're beautiful, I think.
Guys, I'm over here,
But
it's just that you can't see.
um,
I'm eating.
the snowballs, they look like you know, they're creamy, like milky. You know, they have a milky color to them, and I like them a lot. But you know, I just sold some last night, mailed them out today. I mailed out 20 cherries. Oh, this is dying out. I gotta shut it down, turn it on. 20 cherries and 10 snow whites. Or snowballs, I mean. Huh?
I'm gonna shut off that one.
Oh,
And I think the bottom one too.
it'll be all right. I don't care. So I was thinking about like I don't know, because I don't want to like sell off all this, you know, like sell off all my snowballs and then not have any, and then replace them with the Onyx. So I don't know. I might sell them all off, but you know, like a trio or something. Put them in a 5-gallon. Let them rebuild, reestablish another colony, and then let the Onyx build, you know, over here on the rack. But yeah, I think they're cool. That's you know, I try to. They look like, just like little dill pickle spears. Yes, they do. Question for Luke: what are your favorite? Was it subject in school? Subtract in school? I'll ask him. He just went upstairs to go get something to drink or use the bathroom or something. The Onyx look cool. Yeah. Besides, I'll go to your channel because I saw it. You got what's his face's pitchfork. Um, Try to keep 10 females to rebuild colony. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think about something like that? You know, if I rotate my stock, not rotate it, you know, like sell it off and put more in, same thing, but you know, because at one time, I mean, I had so many of them that are coming out my ears, you know, but I sold them off, you know, and that's the thing is like the pet store gets such large quantities off me. Like when he puts in an order, things are slow right now, but usually I make close to $1,000 just a month off one store, you know, but he puts orders in, you know, like he'll get 75 or 50 fire reds, you know, and then he gets, you know, 20 of these, 20 of these, 20 of these, you know, so, and then I take them in and then, you know, he'll sell them out and then he'll call me just before they're all gone and I go again. But, yeah, Luke will be back beside him. What is that? WB Luke? What about Luke? Um, but yeah, that's my, you know, I don't know. I like them, but I would like to put something in there that maybe will attract. Because it's like, I don't know, the blue Rillies, the blue diamonds, the red Rillies, you know, the orange Rillies, that's new, you know, here. But, you know, all the other Rillies, um, even the black rose. I mean, it's you know, I've had the stuff for so long, I wouldn't mind, you know, just rolling it out, putting new stuff in. Um, just exchanging it like that, taking it off the shelves for a little bit, and then bringing it back. I've had the stuff for so long, I wouldn't mind, just rolling it out, putting new stuff in, um, just exchanging it like that, taking it off the shelves for a little bit, and then bringing it back. Yeah, about 10 seconds behind, so that's not too bad. Luke's Toys and Stuff. Luke's back. Luke's in the chat. That's him. Luke's Toys and Stuff. That's what he did. He went upstairs to go get online. It was just like glitching out and stuff, and I was trying to get back in, but I'm okay. He's the best. I can hear Luke's computer LOL. Yeah. Here he comes. Hey, what is it? Tater Salad asked, what is your favorite subject in school?
Gym.
Oh, I was going to say, don't say gym.
Why?
Because he means, your class. What about Nuts About Science?
That doesn't go inside.
Math?
Wait.
Okay.
Mm,
Subject. Gym is not a subject. That's like going out to recess.
no.
Yeah.
Stay inside. You do.
I know, but it's playing. Playing is not a subject.
No, you don't play. You sometimes.
So what's your favorite subject?
No.
Do you like reading or anything like that? Math, science? I don't know what you have. Okay. You haven't been to school in so long, you probably forget.
No.
What's that? I know I am repeating myself, but I still would like to see a DIY shrimp video secret recipe. What am I, food? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get up there. The health food store that I buy my food at. Here,
Yeah,
look.
we don't have like science in our class.
This stuff. Well, this stuff. The BioGreens. What do you do? Yeah, but that's not. Well, yeah, we use that too. But the BioGreens. This is from the health food store. Yeah, and then that's the. Okay, what do you want me to do with it? And this is the mulberry leaf powder that we make. Gosh, what's his name? I sent him some. I sent a few people some. But yeah, this stuff is reading. You like reading? Oh yeah, he likes reading. I make him come home and bring a bunch of books and sit and read them to me all the time because I like how he reads. But so this isn't exactly, but the one health food store, they got rid of the ground up spinach and they just had kelp. So it's like I would put the spinach, the kelp, and my mulberry leaf powder together, and then and then spirulina. Well, so this BioGreens, I think this thing was like $25 or $30 for this, and I dumped a quarter of a spirulina jar, the rest of it in here, and just shook it up. But then probably what I'm going to do is dump a whole bunch of this mulberry powder in here, shake it up, and it's like a milkshake, but a grass shake or a veggie shake. Yeah, that's what it is, veggie shake. But I just have to get up there and be able to buy the right stuff because they're putting on the website that kind of know what you want when you get here, and we'll bring it out to your car. Well, look, I don't know what I want when I get there. That's why it's called shopping. It's not called ordering. It isn't Amazon. I'm not, So I like to walk in and see what they have. But if they don't have spinach, I don't know why they took it out because they had them in plastic containers, and it was really nice. I mean, it was a lot. It was probably maybe an inch. It was like half the height of this, and it was like $5 of spinach and then other stuff, and then The ingredients was it? Luke, you have a new subscriber. Hopefully, everybody will go and subscribe to his channel. He needs subscribers.
Hey, I can hear that.
I didn't say nothing. What are you talking about?
I heard
Which of your
subscribe to my
Car?
channel.
Oh, hold on. Which of your Caradina are slowest to breed?
I heard you said subscribe to my channel.
I didn't say anything.
This is good.
I did not.
Have a cracker.
I don't want one.
Have one.
Holly, I want a
They're really good.
It's hard for me to answer that because I don't know how many times I said that I had
Thank you.
bad gene shrimp. So they didn't do, they didn't die. They just didn't breed, or I just had all males. That's what I'm saying. I had a whole 10-pack of red tigers that were all males. And it's so, when I found out the guy I was ordering from imported his shrimp, well, like I said, I don't care. If you import shrimp, fine. If they don't die, and they're healthy, that's good. But I don't want all males. And that was some problems. And I didn't find out. I literally just found out probably 2.5 months ago. Excuse me, a guy I messaged. I talk to him every once in a while. He lives in Wisconsin area or something. I messaged him and he asked me if I was still messing with this cat, and I was like, no, I haven't bought anything off him in a while. I said, his shrimp, they're no good. They're crappy. And he said, well, he's a breeder or an importer. I said, what? I said, he told me he's a breeder. He's like, no, he's not a breeder. He's an importer. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, why do you think he never shows his tanks? I was like, I never thought of it that way. And they said, yeah, people that don't show their tanks, it's because they're importers, not breeders. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, people I know that are importers, they don't keep all this stuff. They keep their tanks empty so they can pack full of shrimp and get them out of there, scoop them out and everything, and it's like, I don't do that. So it's like, I don't know. If I had to say that, that's what I'm saying. The worst, I've not had a lot of luck with the orange-eyed blue tigers. So that's why I got a whole bunch more. My blue bolts didn't do anything. So I got a whole bunch more now. But like my red fish bones bred one time, never bred again. My orange-eyed blue tigers bred one time, never bred again. My black King Kong shadows took forever. Now they're doing it. My black pintos took forever. Now they're breeding. The black King Kongs didn't take that long, and now they won't stop. The what? Oh, did he say blue steel? Yeah, blue steel were sent to me, and they were garbage. When they got here, their heads, the bodies all turned white, and they just like went from semi-adults to old men. And then that was what I was telling you. They were dying like every week to 2 weeks, and they were garbage. So now I got more that they said are from a better person who bred them. Because I guess, I don't know. They say they're hard to get now because, I don't know, the guy that was breeding them, he bred a ton of them, got excited, people wanted them, he sold them all off, now he doesn't have any. So it's kind of like, now I got 50 or 60 of them, but haven't lost one. And they look great and they're super strong. So the genes with these are Levi's. They're great. So so the slowest Caradinas, I have some because they're bad genes, but the slowest that, it's, I don't know, orange-eyed blue tigers, blue bolts. there's a few that have taken,
Orange lilies.
then ones that took a while that are now breeding and it kind of won't stop, but that might be because of the juice I use, the immune booster secret sauce. They say only put a drop in it.
Don't tell me the secret.
They say only put a drop in it per 10 gallons, but I put 2 drops in it to make them swanky. But, to hopefully, just push it. And a lot of tanks, I'm having a lot of luck. But there's a lot of tanks, because I preach about leaving your shrimp alone. Just don't mess with them. Just leave them alone. So that's what I'm doing now is like the orange eye blue tigers. I think I have 50 down there. I haven't looked at them forever. And the funny thing is I took some to the pet store to sell to my buddy. And then he called me about 3 weeks later and said that one of them was pregnant in his little 5-gallon tank. So I told him, I said, look, that ain't the deal. If you get shrimp off of me, you have to sell the shrimp. But if they get buried up, I can come back and get them back. And I started laughing. He's like, no, that's all right. So I went up there and I got the female and I brought her back. So she's in there. So like I said, I don't mess around. I don't look in there. I don't check in there. And I haven't had no deaths, no nothing. So hopefully they're doing really good. But I notice also if there's not a lot of moss, and they have to hang out, walk on the bottom and stuff, they don't like that. They like to hide and all that good stuff. All right, the ingredients of BioGreen, organic grass blend.
I can't get my chair over.
Get your chair over where?
The cord.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hold on. All right.
Thank you.
Alfalfa grass, barley grass, wheat grass, oat grass, oat, organic algae blend, spirulina, Chirella, I can't never say that right. Chirella. Then organic vegetable blend, pea, beet, kale, carrot, broccoli, spinach, parsley, Brussels sprouts. Then organic sprouts blend, broccoli sprout, chia seed, flax seed, radish sprout, organic berry blend, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, cranberry, then organic spice blend, turmeric, cinnamon, ginger. Does not contain animal derivatives, preservatives, artificial colors, or flavors. Herbs, supplements, vitamins, multis, and whole foods. Stay there, strip limit. Let's go down and make a cuppa. Yeah, 10 mil. Yeah, I've been unlucky with a lot of them, Corzer. That's why I'm really, the guy I deal with now, I don't want to say that we're like this, but he's a straight up dude. His stuff is, now he sent me some trash, but it wasn't like him sending it to me. That's what he had gotten in. So he sent it to me and they were garbage. So when I told him, I said, hey, look, they're dying out. He would contact and say, hey, look, my customer stuff is all dying out. So they would refund his money. And then he's just sending me, like I said, I buy 10, he sends me 50, to kind of make up for it and say he's sorry. But whoever he was dealing with at that point in time that had those shrimp at that point in time, he went to someone else and got their stuff. Now he deals with them. So he deals with somebody with Neos and somebody with Carradina. There's two different people. I don't say who it is. I don't, because there's I guess there's a lot of people right now trying to get, trying to find out, get his information to kind of like cut him off, because like he has like more shrimp than anybody right now. We are able to get have so much that, literally I can get not any, there's so many new shrimp that are out, and that's the thing about this hobby is, and it's one thing that's kind of, it's kind of scary, because it's like, okay, let's say like Blue Dreams. Some people sell them for $5, some people sell them for $6. One day a Blue Dream's going to sell for $1. So it doesn't matter due to the fact that the colors change daily. The grades change daily. It gets better. And I try to tell these people at these pet stores around here, I'm like, look, you guys want to buy everything off me at a third of the price. You want to sit and buy off your customers that buy shrimp and have these culls, and you want to buy them for $1.75 a piece and then sell them for $4. So you're selling crap. But if you don't get in now on the bottom floor, that when it gets here, it's going to come so fast that you're not even going to be able to get in. Because by the time these pet stores here in Michigan get going, I just messaged, or Shelly messaged me today. She's on the other side of Michigan, and I'm sure if you ask her, she'll say the same thing. But the pet stores, if you don't get in now, by the time you get in, it's gonna, the shrimp that are $5 now are gonna be like nothing. Probably in another couple of years, 2-3 years. So that's why I want to start rotating off of my shelves, because look, I have expensive shrimp. I have fish bones. Fish bones are real expensive.
Galaxy Pintos.
Yeah, I don't sell those like us, we sell, a lot of people sell them for $8 and stuff. If you're subscribed and everything to us, I sell them for like $5-6 to you. Black Pintos, Black King Kongs, because like I say, I'm not trying to get rich. It's hard for me to sell the shrimp. But the thing is I don't want you guys calling me and saying, or messaging me and saying, hey, I want some shrimp. And I'm like, yeah, well, so-and-so sells them for $15 each. So that's what I want. Yes, I don't do that. If I go the going price, then I go underneath it, because look, I have to pay for the electricity. I have to feed them. Then I have to package them. I have to put them in the bags. I have to wrap them in paper. I have to put the packaging, the poppy paper in there. I got to put everything in there. Well, no, they do that. But I got to tape it, put the stickers on it. I have to write on it, take my time. I have to get in my car and drive it up there, which burns gas, which puts wear and tear on my vehicle. But I don't need to charge you for a shrimp and it pays for the next 10 orders. That's ignorant and disrespectful. So the way I look at it is, I paid full price for all my shrimp. I didn't get a discount. I paid full price for everything that I breed. Well, I don't need to charge you full price. Like almost all of my Neos I sell for $5. Snowballs I sell for $4. Cherries I sell for $2.50. Pet stores sell them for $4. And it's like, what are Black Rose for? Everybody knows. Well, at least over here, Black Rose go for $8 a piece. I don't do. I sell them for $6, but it's a black shrimp. When I first got them, I was like, oh wow, these things are $8 a piece, and then I was like, they're black. They're Neos, so okay, fine, but the extreme Black King Kongs, smoke them because they got the little white tips on the tail and they look a certain way, and they're just, the grade, the quality, so yes, Poseidon, all that in that container. That's what I'm saying. That's like $25-$30, but I've been using it, but I mean, it's pretty packed. It's heavy, but yeah, it's,
Shake it up a little bit.
it does. I mean, what? No, it doesn't smell like anything. Now, my mulberry leaf, that smells so good, it'd make you eat it like a Snickers bar. I mean, it smells, I don't know why mulberry leaves smell so good, but it must have to do with the berries, But, yeah. Is that stuff for humans? Yes, it is. That stuff, yes. It's all the stuff, that you feed shrimp. I mean, they eat leaves. There's all sorts of, there's vegetables. You feed them green beans.
The mulberry leaves.
You feed, I just got, I went over to Dollar General today in the dollar store, and they had some pump antibiotic soap. The girl that works there knows my wife really good. No, thank you. Knows my wife really good, and she's like, "Hey, you want one of these?" I said, "Do I gotta pay for it, or you want me to stick it in my pocket?" She's like, "No, you gotta pay for it." I said, "Well, all right, but you're being all secretive, like you want me to stick it in my pocket." She started laughing. "No, silly, you gotta pay for it." I said, "Okay, I'll pay for it." But so we got that. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, I was like, "Hey, do you got the French cut green beans?" Because they were out of them. So they got the French cut green beans, so I was able to get those. And I feed the shrimp, but I feed them about maybe a quarter inch. Well, it depends on how many, but literally, I put vegetables right in there, and they smash them. So this thing's full of vegetables, grasses, which, like leaves. But the whole thing is, I mean, they eat leaves that are ground up, and it's like, if you prepare it properly, they seem to really respond to it. I mean, they swim around the tank like this when I put the mulberry leaf powder in there. It's a big deal, I guess. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn. I mean, I love using it, but there's my buddy. I mean, I send it to certain people, and they wanna slap a sticker on it. They want me to make it, and they wanna slap a sticker on it and start selling it, like, to businesses. And I'm like, okay. Did you even do feeding videos on green beans? No. Yeah, no. I can do one tomorrow. Yeah. Don't shortchange yourself, though. All these reasons are why you should keep the shrimp at that price. All of that if you lower your price, it's going to lower the market. Okay, yeah. I mean, I totally understand it. I'm not trying to, but see, here's the thing, Poseidon. My question is who's right? Who makes the price? Because I'll tell you right now, I can show you on my phone right now. I punch a guy up right now. He sells Snow Whites, $10 a piece, $100 for 10 of them, Snow Whites. But I can get them for, if I wanted to buy them. I mean, I put them in my buddy's store. People don't really go after them. They're not huge on Snow White, so I try to lower the price. To me, I don't know, it's too much. The whole thing is I mean, I understand that it can mess up, lower the market, but it's the people that are charging way too much, they're the ones that are hurting the market. I mean, I got a guy on my mind right now. I see him there's people that'll put, 3 shrimp together and say, these things shit gold nuggets, and we're going to have an auction, or I'm going to sell them for $200, so everyone's got to put in so much money. We'll have an auction. I'll pull a number, and somebody wins. Everybody pays $10 a piece or whatever. $200. So who prices that? Who's the one? Hi, Brian Pikowski. I'm here. Luke's Toys and Stuff TV. You guys are silly. So that's it's who's the one who puts the prices on the shrimp. So look, I'll sell the shrimp all day long at that price. But I just say, instead of saying blue dreams are 6, yellows are this, oranges are this, green jades are 6, I just say, okay, all of them are 5, except snowballs, they're $4, and cherries. Because I do fire reds at 5, blues for 5, oranges for 5, yellows for 5, all the way down, greens, everything. So if I give you $1 off on one shrimp compared to it's just, I'll look up somebody's prices and I don't agree. You go from one guy to another, and these guys say they're home breeders when they're importers, and you look at the importers here in the U.S., and their prices are way different. I mean, they're high, and there's a big gap. One might be close to where it should be, and the other one's higher, and they're selling one. I looked up one. They're selling black pintos for $12 or $15 a piece. One. If I sell them like that, this tank will sit here for the rest of my life. Nobody's going to buy. I don't know who they sell them to, and who would, in their right mind, pay $15 for a black pinto. See what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. So if I don't sell them for $15, I'm going to sell my stock. If not, I'm going to have 500 of them in a 10-gallon, and nobody's going to want them, and they're just going to sit here and die of old age. So, not trying to mess up, what, it is. The price is equal to your cost. Time put into it. Yeah, what do you use to grind up your dry leaves? Muddy Waters. Oh, hey, Muddy Waters. I'm sorry I didn't even see you there. I'll get back to you. Hold on a second. I used to grind the leaves up when they were still raw, when they were still green, in a grinder, small, like a onion chopper. But then what I started doing in the summertime, I have an asphalt driveway, and I lay out old sheets, bed sheets, all over my asphalt driveway because it's blistering hot in the summer, and I spread the leaves out all over the place, and within 2 hours they're all dried. I've had them in a dryer for 24 hours. So then I grab them and put them in buckets. I crush them up. I put them in that same blender to get them to a certain size, but then I take them out and I put them in a coffee grinder. You got to go a coffee grinder, and I put it on Mocha, I think it is, 12 cup. So it grinds it, really fine. So literally, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's just a powder. There's no clumps to it. Look at how dusty it gets. It's such a powder. But I went to, because you don't want to buy the stuff and have it, get gummed up or anything. So I went to, Salvation Army, and they got the stuff all over the walls. People bring in, I don't want this anymore. I tried it for a while. So all the stuff is brand new. I paid $12 for it. And yeah, me and Luke will sit out in the garage for 6 hours, and we'll just grind and just make tons of the stuff. I got a whole nother one of these right now just sitting in the freezer, to keep it dry keep it fresh. If you homebreed quality shrimp and get good reputation, people will pay good money. Yeah, I know. I know they'll pay good money if, I breed good shrimp. And another thing, it's kind of I'm doing it. I do it to build up my reputation. So if they say, hey, this guy's got he's got the best shrimp and his prices are way low, over time I can start, I'll put them close to what other people are selling them at. It's like I said, I'm not that far down. I don't even sell my fish bones because fish bones are expensive. So I don't even put them on the market. But no one asks. They always want, hey, how much are these? Or, hey, how much can I get these for? And, they don't, not a lot of people want, an expensive shrimp, and it's like, and another thing is, I want to make people happy. So I don't want them going, God, $10 or wow, they're $12. Yeah. And then they just don't want to, they don't want to do it. So it's like, all right, well, give me $10 a piece. It beats everyone else's prices, and you get to enjoy what I enjoy. So I do that stuff, because it's not going to kill me, but I understand what you guys are saying. I really do. I really do. Cheryl says you're right. Tater says, I say blow your horn, no question. You got high quality shrimp. Well, thank you, sir. As Cheryl Tater says, you must be British. Brian Whitcraft. Hey, B, what's up? What's happening, Brian? Thanks for showing up, homeboy. I am Tater. You guys kill me. Besides, yeah, I sell mattresses that can get over 15,000. You're just believing your own. The comedy that it's expensive. People will pay it. All right. Oh no, I understand them. I sleep on a $10,000 bed. I got a dual chamber sleep number. I didn't buy it. Only thing that costs $10,000 around here is my wife's wedding ring, and that's the only thing at my house. But no, my bed I didn't pay that. But yeah, all right. It's just I feel bad sometimes when somebody can't afford, something expensive. I feel bad about that. If they go with the $3 shrimp because they can't afford the $6 or $8 shrimp, it makes me feel bad. So it's like, I don't even help the homeless because it's like, where I live, it's bad. It's all a game. But, there's places where they do need help. But since I can't help the people that do need help, that's what I'm saying. It's if I can help out that way, that's, I don't know, my heart. I just think that, well, okay, I'll help them out. Down the road, I'll get repaid somehow. But yeah, I'll put all my prices regular like everybody else. Fish Tropic in the house. Shut up. It's about time. Jesus, you just now waking up, dude? Hey, Poseidon, but see, that's the thing is talking to somebody like you. It's, well, like everybody else too, but they're telling me, it's kind of like, they're tapping me on the back, holding me by my arm. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And you're just like, F them. They'll pay it. It's how much they cost. It just is. You just can't give them away. And I totally understand that. And I'm glad because like I said, I feel bad at times that, I'm selling them cheaper. Even my wife gives me that, what the fuck are you doing? That side look, and it's like, well, I want to make some money and, but, all right, I'll just put it all because see, that's the thing. I don't even have a set. People ask me all the time, hey, you got a list so I can look at your list and your prices? No, I don't. I used to have it written on the tanks and I took it off because it was like, at times I'd feel bad. If they're like, oh, those are $8, I'm like, oh no, they're not $8. They're $6. It's kind of like, okay, here. Look, my son drank all my pop. Son of a bejesus. I love that kid. I was watching Contagion movie, man. That movie is a real one. Oh, yeah. It's a good one. But hey, at least you're here because everyone that's somebody's here. I mean, Poseidon's even here now, so gotta do what you can to help. Some people will give you a sob story to lower the price, though. I know how it is. Yeah, no, serious. Yeah, it's living here in Detroit. Growing up as a kid, you'd have people roll up. When we go down to the city, to the east side. My parents were from the east side, from the real bad neighborhood. But back in the day, it wasn't. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't like it is now or what it was 20 years ago. But anyways, like if you guys came here and I took you to Detroit, I mean, I don't care. They put bazillion dollars down there, build all this. Like my board over here, my whiteboard over here is from the new Little Caesars Arena because I helped build a whole bunch on the inside, and I got that board for Luke. But it don't matter. There's places right across the street, $1 million. It doesn't matter. You pull up to a party store. There's no party stores right down where you go and hang out. There's none. So you have to go around the corner in a little shady area, and people roll up in a wheelchair and be like, "Hey, you got $1?" No. And then, come on, man, you got anything? No. Then they literally just get up, fold the chair up, and start pushing it, walking. So that hardens your heart over time. But then, you try to tell yourself, okay, it's not like that everywhere. But, then there's corners where people sit and beg for money. And then at their 8-hour shift, here comes the next person. They give them their sign that they're holding. They give them the book they are reading. And, off they go. Now they sit down and do their 8-hour shift. I mean, I don't know how many people I know that tell me that their kids are in California and Texas, all over, and they panhandle, and they're not homeless. They just make so much money. You punch it up on YouTube, they find people. There's women, men everywhere panhandling, and they walk over to a BMW. So it's stuff like that. But like today, I went and bought a screen door. I'll tell you this fast story. I went and bought a screen door. Guy lied to me. Look, I'm a union carpenter. I know how to read a tape measure. Look, all those numbers right there, even the little itty bitty numbers, and even smaller that aren't on this, I can read. I took a test and I have a metal card that says Journeyman. Well, the guy has a screen door for sale, and I said, "What's the size of it?" He said it's 36 inches. I said, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Is that a problem?" And I was like, "Well, my brick to brick is 35 inches." "Oh, hold on." He's like, "Well, I'm a carpenter. I come over and install it for $150. And I said, "I'm a journeyman carpenter with a union. I can install anything if it's the right size." So he told me it's 35 and a quarter. Well, I'm thinking, okay, well, my door brick to brick's 35, so there's got to be some wiggle room in there. I could trim something. I'll get it in all day. And when I got there, it's 35 and a quarter without the frame. So when I brought it home, I leaned it up and laid on the brick. It wouldn't even go inside. So I put it up for sale for $60. I paid $25 for it. But it was a 45-minute drive to go out there, 45-minute drive back. And then he didn't have the other two frame pieces. He wasn't there, so I had to drive all the way back out there again the next day and come all the way back. So I went out there twice. He gave me $10 back because I told him that the door didn't fit. So that I put it up for $60 because it was worth, it was a really nice door. So a guy messaged me today, and he was coming from Ohio, said, "Will you take less?" I said, "Well, you're driving from Ohio. I'll take off $20. So he drove from Ohio. It's like 25 minutes and got the door for $40. So it's like, did I have to? No. My phone was going up, bam, 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 one after another. They wanted that door so bad. But guy had to drive from Ohio. He wasn't around the corner, so I looked out for the guy that, had the harder job getting all the way to me for a door. I don't know. But, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I put in a lot of hard work. I buy real expensive food. I don't feed them garbage. It's expensive. But this, it's what I feed the shrimp. So I guess, yeah, you got to pay for your stuff somehow. You can't pay for it all out of your pocket and then give away, your profits. So yeah, but that's the thing is, I gotta build that harder outer shell. But I'll get there. Thanks, Poseidon. All right, guys, got to drive home. Thanks for streaming. It's been fun. Well, thank you for coming, Poseidon. It's been a blast. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you again really soon. I subscribed to your channel, so if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit it on the way out. 11 viewers. How many thumbs do we have? Anyone hitting the thumbs up? I haven't even seen it. See you, PP. Hey, everyone say bye, PP. Cheryl Evans. Night, Cores. Cores is PP. LOL. Hey, B, what is Luke's channel? Luke's channel is Luke's toys and stuff. Hold on. He's in the chat. Luke's Toys and Stuff TV. If anyone can look that up, if you got a chance to go on there and just hit the subscribe button, it would really make his day. Because, I mean, he only has, you know how it is on YouTube with the kids and stuff, with all the creepos and stuff, So, I mean, it would just make his day, because we don't want to just tell a bunch of people. And he's only got like 5 videos, so it's hard, to get his stuff going, and we all work and everything, So, yeah, Luke's Toys and Stuff TV. Luke's Toy. It's capital. Luke's Toys and Stuff TV. And TV is both. They're both capitalized, but all the words are, their first letters capital. Thank you for your time. I got the sub also. Will do. Bye, guys. PPI. That's us. How does, I mean, Jesus, Mary Joseph. Shit. That is just hilarious. I mean, how do you laugh so hard? That's just guys with a great humor, a good attitude, good humor. That's super cool. All right, cool. Pumpkin King, thank you, sir, for clicking on his theme. Hot pots. Hot pots? Or is it hot pockets? What's hot pots? Fish tropic. Cambria. Sure. So, all right. So, Corzer brought up about doing a stream on, or doing a video on feeding the shrimp green beans. I can do that. The other thing, that has proper tickled you, Brian, hasn't it? It's some things are just really. Oh, that you're talking to Brian Whitcraft. Sorry. Yeah, I could do the video. I don't want to do. I mean, I like doing my own videos and putting the camera up against the tank and stuff, but I don't want to copy. That's Mark's thing. So I mean, I don't have a problem doing it once in a while, but I don't want to. I don't want to copy Mark. Like Mark says, he doesn't want to do what other people are doing. He wants to do his own thing, and I don't want to sit and stream my tanks. Because I have people all the time. They're like, "Hey, why don't you go through and do every one of your tanks?" I'm like, "Yeah, it'd be great, but it's kind of boring." I feed a tank, and you guys sit and watch. I feed a tank, you sit. I mean, look, that's what we're here for. But look, somebody does that already. So I want to do something different. And if it's, but I don't want to sit here and not talk about, the hobby. I want to talk about the hobby, and I think the hobby needs talked about more than what it is talked about. Um, uh, oh, uh, all right. Good night, Pumpkin King.
Good night, Pumpkin King.
He said he hit subscribe on your.
Yay! Thank you, Pumpkin King, for hitting subscribe.
Yeah.
Corny.
Yeah, it says right here. Okay, I got him.
Corny.
But yeah, it's. I just no the pee-pee thing. Yeah. That's hilarious. That gets me bad. That makes me laugh my butt off. Well, the other thing with Corzer too, with them calling him Jane, because Corzer was telling him that
Besides his pets.
he's not a guy, and so on Mark Shrimp Tanks they were joking and they're like, wait, Brian Whitcraft said, hey Luke, I'm subscribed. So there's two. Luke, you're the man.
Thank you, Pumpkin King.
But
Finally back.
but it's I just don't want to copy anybody. Mark's got a style that only Mark can do. He's the only one that should do it. So I mean the things he says are hilarious.
Did you see my comment?
Yes, I did. I was reading them.
I put it back.
Yeah, I mean that guy just cracks me up. So I can't steal what somebody else does, and I don't want to. So I mean the guy's super knowledgeable. It's he knows the Thai bees, the Thai bees, and stuff like that. I want to be a guy that just gives you all the information on what I do to be successful in breeding my shrimp. I might not know how to mix a shrimp to get a certain thing, and Mark's good at that. So is Pure Shrimp Nordic. They specialize in a lot of that stuff. And they mix in tanks a lot of that stuff. Well, I'm not to that point yet. I'm to the point to where I want to just be able to snap my fingers and the shrimp start to breed. And I'm to the point now where some people tell me that, I'm like the number one shrimp breeder that they know because of how I'm able to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Corzer Jane now. Yeah, because Cheryl, they were talking about that on Pure Shrimp about Dennis was wondering if he could change Corzer's name in the ticker here to Jane instead of it saying Corzer.
Why?
Because Corzer was messing with them and kind of implied that he is not a he, that he is a she.
Really?
Yeah, so then they started saying, well, we're going to call it, if you're not, because Corzer wouldn't say if he was a man or a woman. And so since he wouldn't do it, they said they were going to start calling him Jane.
Is Jane a girl name?
Yes.
Boy and a girl.
Brian Whitcraft says, I agree about Mark. The more people doing what you do, keep the passion going and bring newer people like you and even newer people like me get into the hobby. Yeah, because, like I tell my son all the time, don't be a follower, be a leader. I mean, if I'm going to copy Mark, then I'm just following him. Who am I? I'm not creating myself. My son's not creating himself. He's becoming someone else because he can't figure out how to be himself. So you have to, I have to learn how to be myself on this camera and keep my whole 8 viewers. I think I've had 10 now, but look, we've been 1, 2, I don't know. I had to shut this thing down twice and everything. Everybody's still on here, but some people go to bed. And hopefully some people, Brian Dotson's not on here. Hopefully a couple guys jump on that are waking up.
Shall we?
Huh? Cheryl?
No, it's going to be
Chat tomorrow. Oh, Cheryl Evans going to wind him up on Discord. Oh, who, I think Jane would be perfect. Oh, you're going to wind up Corzer? Yeah. So that's why I want to do it differently. And the thing is, um, people always bring up about Luke. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of her name? She's over there. She lives in Canada, not Canton. She lives in Canada. I wish keep myself. So no. I wish she was on here. She's on Marks all the time, but hold on. Um, gosh, where is she? Hold on. I'll get the name. Uh, hold on. No, I'm good, Bubba. You're silly. And you guys all know her. She lives in Canada. Uh, um, Leah Jet. Leah. She's always, saying Luke does good on the videos. She wants him to do a video about cleaning the front of the tanks, getting the water spots off and stuff. But I don't know. He likes it. I mean, never mind. I think Shelly is in Michigan. Yeah. Shelly's Speet. She's in Michigan. Yeah. Also, can I just repeat that Mark does or it doesn't bring anything to the table? If you are new, it's going to mean more to me than someone doing it for years. Yeah. Uh, I just enjoy being myself. And I look at it this way: if you're gonna get on here and you leave, uh, um, and you're not, I can't keep you entertained, talking about shrimp or just making you laugh, then YouTube's not for me. I just don't have what it takes. And I mean, that's why I decided to finally, after a year and a half, almost 2 years, to finally, turn the camera on and, give it a try. But, oh no, he says, look, he's telling Cheryl Evans, okay, got it, just for fun, look up. And he's saying, look this up, that's me.
I thought you meant like actually look up.
No. What do you think? He's going to hide something in Joyce to the basement? He doesn't know where we live. He's not Santa Claus. Or are you Santa Claus, Tater? He might be. Hey, you know what? You drank my stinking pop.
Sorry.
Now I have nothing to drink.
I'll go get you another one.
No, can you get me a flavored water?
The waiter will get you flavored water.
Yeah, can you take this stuff? Please? Yeah, take these two, please.
This is what Dad makes me do.
Take the cans back. I mean, come on, you got an empty one over there too. Empty cracker bags. So when he's ready to go, he'll go upstairs. I pick all this stuff up, throw it away. He leaves it out. Oh, he's taking it. Look out. Look at him. He must want a raise in his allowance. Yeah, hey, this is garbage. You can throw. Oh wait, I got a can back here. Here, give me that back. Thank you, kiddo. Sweet. But yeah, it's I just, I have fun doing it. Luke will keep us all entertained. You can make us laugh. Yeah, I do. I'm a little tongue. All right, waiter. Can I ask some questions? Yeah. I'm starting my first Caradina shrimp tank on Friday when the tank arrives. All right, that's not a question. When the tank arrives, what? Come on, Brian. And then I don't know, just to add on too, um, my relationship with everybody on here is I don't know, like our relationship, just like everyone has their relationship with Mark, they have it with whomever they belong to on their channels and stuff. But that's what makes it fun because it's like I don't know, it's like Tater Salad's been in the military, so we give discounts for veterans. My wife was in the military, my son's active in the military, so it's like we talk about, anxiety, panic attacks, depression here because it's like, if we can all sit around and talk about shrimp and maybe some fish, we don't have to keep that stuff in. It's late at night, and guess what? If you can get something off your chest and feel good and everybody's around can joke and laugh, maybe it'll help you sleep better tonight. So that's what I'm saying. If coming to this channel, um, mentally relaxes you for the rest of the night, then that's a positive thing also.
Flavored water? Who got the flavored
water? That'd be me, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Just put it on my tab.
Who got the yogurt?
That might have been my son. Yeah, he might have got a yogurt. He likes the Yoplait. I don't know. Oh, live stream. Hornwich near Rivington Pike. Hornwich. Is that over? Hi. Is that where is Hornwich, Cheryl? Is that over in the UK or is that yeah, Mike's an MP, yes. He is in North Carolina right now. Yeah, he just give it here, I'll throw it away. We just FaceTimed the other day. He's hoping he can come home after all this is over, he can get some time off and come on home and visit, relax. He comes home and he doesn't move. He lays on the couch and he just wants mommy to feed him, and we'll go drive around, go to some pet stores or something. He likes catfish too. Sorry, I guess. But it's been so long since he's been home. Last time he was home, it's when I had my first tank of cherry shrimp. He hasn't been home since. That's how the military's been just keeping him there. He hasn't. The only time he can get off, it's like it's a week here, a week there. By the time he gets here, he gets a couple days. He's got to drive back. It's all messed up. So stabilize pH, CO2 and O2 levels. Will time do the same thing? Oh, did Brian say something? Anyway, can I ask some questions? I'm starting my first Caradina shrimp tank on Friday. When the tank arrives, do you let your RODI water age? Yes, I do. I actually let it age a week or more due to the fact that I like to be prepared. Um, so, like, let's say I'm doing water changes today. If I leave it over there, I leave it over there. But usually what I do is I salt a bucket, stir it up, and then like I'll put it up top and get my air line hoses going in different tanks, draining out of it. But as I'm doing it, I have my RO system running. It can't keep up, because it only gives me 5 gallons an hour. So usually, I'm out of water, and then I'll get like 3, then go upstairs, and then come back down later and get like 2 or 3 more, and then finish them the next day. But yeah, my water's all. The only thing I don't let sit for that long is when I do. Well, no, that would sit too, yeah, because that's everything sits. Yeah, everything sits. The only time I don't sit is when I do my 120 gallon tank, my cichlid tank. If the back end, I forget. I got hit, so I forget everything. Not the RO, the other water. If that runs out and I don't have that to put in my cichlid tank, like I do the Neos, then I have to run it out of the sink. And so I add GH to that, because they like the high pH and everything like that. So I just run them out of tap water anyways. Nobody can believe that I don't add anything in that. But yeah. The sooner you can get it. But the sooner you can get your water out, get it in a bucket. Because that RO water comes out freezing cold because you just pump. At least I do. I was told never run hot water through there because it's got, so much more stuff in it. It'll clog your filters faster. So I run it through and it comes out icy cold. So minimum 24 hours. I would even go 48 unless you could put it like higher up, like on a table, and buy a heater vent or something that'll get the temperature up faster. Even wrap a blanket around it, something to get it up if you need it immediately, like within 24 hours. But yeah, my stuff sits. I got all the buckets over there right now, just full. So, like, what was it, yesterday or day before? I did top offs. I gotta do more already, but like I did Tangerine Tiger. So when I go to sell my shrimp, when I package them, I take all the water out of the tanks, and so I have to, then it has evaporation, so I have to replace all that. Let me scoot over here since he's gone again. Let me turn this thing, maybe give you guys a little different background. But yeah, what else we got? Yes, use Prime 2. He uses Airstone to put oxygen in the water. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark has his. Yeah, he has Airstone in his. Yeah, that's one thing I don't do, and I don't know if it affects it much because, in my opinion, when I siphon the water out of my bucket, it oxygenates itself as it's coming down and going into water and stirring around. That's my opinion. Like I always say in my videos, I'm not a scientist, but that's how I think. So I don't run an Airstone in mine. I don't do anything. I just let it sit there. And then, all of my tanks have dual sponge filters, and all they do is bang out air bubbles all day. So putting the water in the tank, through the hose, dripping it in there, or however fast you put it in there, that in my opinion, puts oxygen in the water, and then the the filters, run bubbles 24/7. So but like I said, I don't do it, but I could be, you know, putting it. I don't know. I can't say that one way is better than the other. But yeah, if you put the air stone in there, it'll always have oxygen in it. Yeah. But you know, shrimp don't really need a ton of oxygen. So if you do, on a 10 gallon, I don't have it filled the whole way, so I take out like two gallons. So if I put 2 gallons back in and it's been sitting in a bucket for a week, but the rest of the tank's full of oxygen, I really don't think that it'll deprive the rest of the water that's in there because it's fully oxygenated and the filter's running the whole time, stirring it up, creating all the oxygen too. And I have the plants in there and everything else, so I believe I'm kind of safe. I would say that. That's my opinion. So, stabilize pH and CO2 levels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's to stabilize it all. Yeah, let all the gases come out of it. All that. So will time do the same thing? Like, can I just leave it in an airtight container and do the same thing and just add prime? Well, you don't need prime. If you're going to let it sit, then you don't need prime because everything that prime binds will go away with letting the water sit. So if you put it in right away, that's why like people that do water changes in their fish tanks, they do it immediately. They take water out, they put water in. Well, they do that so to bind up all the chemicals that are in the water. But if you let it sit, then they like excrete with the gases, in my opinion. But it's just way, it's all the gases and stuff. Like I said, the air bubbles, that oxygen, that too much, them little air bubbles that can kill fish and stuff, all that's gone. So it's like a flat beer, drinking a flat beer. In England. Oh. Well, I tell you, you guys live in places that I just sit and wish that I could go visit one day. Probably never make it there in my life. And you guys live there, and it's nothing to you. It's like me in Detroit, but I don't see anybody in England going, wow, I'd love to go visit Detroit. I don't see that. So after it sits, would you add the salts, and how long would you let the salt sit before it's usable? No, you don't let it sit. Stir it up. Just stir it up really good. And if you're just starting out, just put it in slowly. Here, let me show you. So you have an idea. I'll give you a little idea. What the heck? What? Oh, I was mixing it up today. Where did I mix it? Oh, over there. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll bring it to you. All right. Got all these little shrimp trees too. I used to think that these things were like needed. I don't know. They're cutesy. But so here's now look, you can get this stuff. Um, now pure shrimp. I don't know. He was talking about some other salts. I don't know if it's this or shrimpy salt. I don't know, but he was saying what he has is better. I don't know if it's this one that he says is better or if there's one. He said it's by the same company. I don't know, but he knows his stuff probably way better than I do. But this is what you need. But if there's better stuff out there, that's your guy to find out. But see, also I use this. I think I showed you guys this, but this is commercial GH Plus. This is from my guy. I get this. This is it's commercial, and it's you got to water it down so it goes a long way. Sorry. Yeah, it goes a long way. It's thick. So, like 5 milliliters, like this, will do a 5 gallon bucket. Excuse me. So just think 5 milliliters. That's so small. All right, so 5 milliliters on this little cup. That does out of this big, huge bottle. Now just think. That does a 5 gallon bucket. So, but this little scoop, it's probably, I don't know, it's probably less, but it's a powder. So what I do anyways is, you got the lid. Don't take this lid off and leave the lid off, because the crystals in here will turn hard, and you'll kind of, it'll still work, but it's crappy that way. Let me do this a little bit like this. So what I do, don't dig this spoon in to get a full spoon. Don't push it. What I mean is don't pack it. Because I've come to find out that if you pack it and you do a level spoon, if it's packed in there, your TDS will be a lot higher. You'll go 150, could go 150, 160. So you just kind of fluff it in there and then tap it and get it level. Just like that. Perfectly level. And then dump it in a bucket. And then just get yourself, I use a tube. I don't know where it is. I was making the water over there today, so. But anyways, get something to stir it with. I use a plastic tube, like an up tube. Stir it up. And you want to stir it up to where you don't hear the granules on the bottom anymore. Because let's say that you did put too much in, and let's say you go and test, stick your TDS meter in there, and it says 122. You're like, oh, okay, well, I want between 120 and 125. That's what I want. But there's still a bunch of salt at the bottom of the bucket that you didn't stir up because you scooped too much. You scooped too much out, and you didn't stir it all up. Now those salts are going to start to dilute as you're dripping it into the tank, and your salts could go way up. And that's where it can get nasty, because shrimp don't like to go up. They can come down, but they don't like to go up. That's what can kill them. So you got to be careful with that. And that's why I pay attention to Mark on that, man. It's like he would show you. The guy's like, he'll hook you up. He'll show you right down there. Look, he'll damn near drain a whole tank and just fill it with pure RO to show you. He's done it, that you could drop your pH, your TDS. If for some reason your TDS is through the roof because you've been feeding and they're not eating it and stuff, and you realize this, then you can, jump in there really quick, do a big water change, and fill it with pure RO, and it won't hurt them. But if you go up in a TDS, you could kill them. They don't like that fast jump up, but they can go on a down. I don't know why, but they do. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I saw the link on one of your last ones. Yeah, and then I got like I said, then I got this stuff. I'm trying to get this more so I can sell it to everybody and ship it to them. But this is the Nutrifying bacteria. Sorry. This is no joke. 2 weeks, glass, solid green algae. Solid green algae in 2 weeks. Tanks are just crazy, but that's with using like an ADA. That's what using ADA soil, which creates ammonia. And what is it? The is it CO2, CO3, or ammonia, nitrate, or something, is what really kicks that off. Well, I put it in my tanks, and I use fluvostratum, and I use the black humate, which do not create ammonia, but I put Caridina in the tank 4 days. Because you can see it all. It's all grown on the sponge filter and stuff. And you put them in there, and they just go nuts. They thrive. They just love this stuff. And then every time I do a water change, I put 1 milliliter in every tank. And 2 milliliters in a 20 long, 1.5 in a 15, and 1 milliliter in a 10. And man, do the shrimp go crazy. I don't even know if I'd be able to... Here, just for shits and giggles, I'll put some in. Let me see. Can TDS increase after aging? Meaning, should I age 24 hours and prime and salts to bring to correct TDS? Can TDS increase after aging? Not if it's pure RO. Because there's nothing in RO. There's nothing in it at all. Now, if you put your salts in it, and let's say you hit 120 or 122, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it'll be 122 forever until you start to add more stuff to the water. So if you put prime in there, whoo, your TDS will shoot through the roof because there's so much stuff, and you'll be like, what in the hell is this? Well, it's the prime. It's not actually your salts. But you added, because it's called total dissolved solids, so you added stuff in there that made the TDS rise up. So, you always got to look at that too. Because, like, I don't know, without charcoal, I don't know if you could get it out of a tank. Like, if you put it in a shrimp tank, prime, I don't think it evaporates like, H2O2. So it'll keep your TDS up for a while, but add prime and salts to bring to correct. Don't use prime to tweak in you don't use prime to tweak in your TDS. You get your TDS to where it is. And anything you add after that, that's, do it slowly. Yeah, you don't. That's my opinion. I don't use prime. I've never used prime. I don't ever use prime. I don't own prime. I don't use prime in my fish tanks. But that's the water I have. So, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody freaks out. They're like, you don't use prime? I'm like, no. They're like, you and all your fish? And I'm like, well, yeah, I don't use prime. Now I start using the wastewater out of the RO and putting it in there, and they really like it. But I use the wastewater on the Neos, and that's perfectly filtered. So you don't need prime in filtered water. There's nothing in it. There's no contaminants in it anymore. So you don't need prime to bind anything together. Again, that's my opinion. So I don't own the stuff. I don't use it at all. But that with my waters, though, so everyone's different. That's why I try to tell everybody, if everyone in the chat right now, make sure everybody's hitting the thumbs up, please. Hitting the like, hit the subscribe. Everyone in here, I believe, is subscribed anyways. But and if you're watching and you're not in the chat, please hit subscribe, because I know there's people just hanging out watching. So what was I going to say? Oh, so if everyone here in the chat got 10 of the same shrimp, and we all took them to our countries and put them in our waters, we would all have to raise them differently due to the fact that, our waters are different. You know, where we live, the air pressure is different. I mean, no one puts two and two together when they think about this. But if you talk to somebody in the UK compared to somebody in Taiwan compared to somebody in the United States or Detroit or somebody in Hawaii, all over the world, anywhere, north, south, the equator, anything, the pressure of water plays a part with things too. It's kind of like why you need, you know, a stronger pump for your air stone if the water is really deep because the regular air stone won't, because the pressure is so much stronger down there. It's tighter. So, depends on where you live. There's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. But somebody in the UK, this is how I take care of shrimp. Because they're taught that. They know how to do it with their water. So if I went over there, I'd probably struggle. If I went to China, I'd probably struggle because I don't know their waters. I don't know parameters there. I don't know, So you'd be back to mad scientist again unless somebody told you, hey, this is how it rolls over here, So yeah, Chubby Guppy says, yeah, age first, but shouldn't matter. Yeah, it's like age, prime salts, couple hours to dissolve salts should do it. You don't have to wait a couple hours, just stir it up. I stir it up maybe, I don't know, a minute. Once, like I said, I'll stir it up, and then on the outside, you get it going, and then I bring my stir in the center of the bucket. And you hear the salts and then go out again and then come back in. And when you stir, because when you stir, everything's like a funnel, like a tornado, and it comes in the center, and the salts will sit at the center because they're heavy. So you stir on the outside, then on the inside, then on the outside, then on the inside. And when you come on the inside, you don't hear it no more. And then you pull your stick out and you look down in there. And if there's not a white spot in the center of the bucket, then your salts are dissolved. Then test it. But less is more. Go less first. Tweak your stuff in because once hey, my buckets. My water comes out of my RO a certain way. My scoop, because if you watch Mark's shrimp tank, same thing. He does the same thing I did. He knows. Well, in this little can, I put this much, and that, little more, and then, he's a let's say a 120 and 130 guy. So if he wants 120 and he has 124 or 127, he's like, well, and he might add a little more RO and he's good. He's not, I'm not either. I don't get the exact number, but if it's only, 1 or 2 ppms, then, it's not going to harm anything, but you want to get as close as possible. Type of TDS are tied together, but most meters keep that in mind. Is that, are you talking about, Tim, are you talking about the TDS meter with the, because like even a TDS meter, when you test it with this is like everyone preached to me for the longest time to get this stuff. I think it was Corsair did it. Yeah. The calibration solution. Because I used to say, I used to run 2 different TDS meters. I had these brown ones that I got that didn't have the screw, and I had the blue ones. And the blue ones I think they're like $14 at my store, but they have the screw in the back. And Corsair said, well, you're using all these different ones. How do you know which one's right? Do you have the calibration solution? I said, no. So I got it. I had the pet store order it for me, and it took them like a month because they got the wrong one. They had one that came in. They had one in the store that had, I think it was 1,000 for like a pool or something. I don't know, saltwater or something. But so then it wasn't that, and then they had to order it. But this says NaCl at 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 full ounces. So when you test your pen, you got to warm it up. So here you gotta get to almost 80. So what I do is I just keep it in my hand, and then I'll stick a thermometer in there. And when it gets like 74, I'll take my hand off of it because the heat from your hand will raise it a cup more, and then you stick your TDS meter in there, and then you calibrate it like that. But yeah, that's a big deal. A lot of people don't know that you gotta heat it up. Here, I'll move it. What's up, buddy? Take a bath or anything? It's 11 o'clock.
Not yet.
Oh, you're not done yet? Uh, Brian says, good to know on the temps and TDS. Yeah, it's very, very important. But here's the thing.
Thanos.
Shrimp got to be easier than eating blueberry pie or whatever pie you like the most. Once you got it down, shrimp don't need medicine. Shrimp don't, they don't get ick. You just, look, you have to keep clean water. You have to give them always remember, try to put, mentally in your brain, put yourself in that stream. And when that water is rolling past you,
I have to get one.
do whatever you want. When that water is rolling past you, ask yourself, what would flow past me in a stream? Okay, a leaf. They don't have to be Indian almond leaves. I'm telling you that right now. They only do that because they leach tannins. You could not put those in, put oak leaves in. I mean, you could put probably, if they come from Taiwan, find out what trees grow in Taiwan. You put all those. They put banana leaves in it. When do shrimp eat bananas? But, hey, it has to be something that's in a leaf that a tree produces. So I'm sure any leaf, but you can put the alder cones in, they produce tannins. It's from the way I look at it, it's more medicinal than it is like people are buying it because they think it's cool. The Indian almond leaf gives off these tannins, botanicals, whatever you want to call them. Even so much to where you could boil them. It's what they use to make black water. So you could boil the leaves and then steep them down. Keep boiling it once the leaves are out. Keep boiling, steep it way down to where it's tarry. And then you can pour it into a bottle and then use like a little syringe. And if a tank is getting sick or they're off, you could put some of that in there and darken the water up, and you don't have to worry about putting and it's immediate. But you got to make sure that you keep it refrigerated, because you don't want it molding. Don't do that stuff. You got to keep it tight, keep it refrigerated. You got to take care of it because it's kind of like tea. Make sun-brewed tea. That'll mold. The top will mold. It's happened to us before. We make way too much of it because we love tea. And we make so much of it, you can't drink it so fast. Next thing you know, it sits there for 2 days, and you look, and there's, it's starting to mold on top. So it's the same thing. You got to keep it in the refrigerator, but the alder cones, I used to put them in all the tanks, and then, they break down. They're ugly. They dirty the tank, and, so it's like, I'll boil those.
Yeah, I remember the alder cones.
Yeah, I still got a big bag of them over there. Look, they're great. If you can get alder cones, always have this stuff. It's kind of like having a medicine cabinet for your shrimp. And it's like, oh boy, they're not feeling good. I'll go get them a Tylenol. But what it costs to take care of shrimp. It's like your Motrin when they have a headache. But what it costs if your tanks are clean and you're a good parent with your shrimp, you're a good tank parent, then it's got to be one of the cheapest hobbies in the world. Because when it comes to food, you see, I do expensive foods, but in the summertime, I can make that powder all day long. I go out in the front, me and him pick the tree. There's trees in the backyard. They're around the corner, and the thing is we can pick them, and then they keep growing. Well, I cut them off, so it doesn't hurt the tree. They don't like stress out that you're ripping all the leaves off. But we can go around the corner and get it. They're in the backyard, and it's like I have a few friends that they'll message me and send me pictures. They got bags of it because the mulberry leaves are a big deal. And then the nettle leaves. The stinging nettle leaves, I think I got some outside. I stuck them. I don't think I prepped them. I just rinsed them off and threw them in there. But Mark's got that down. He says that those are a big deal. They love them to death. But my black, if you guys can get the black mulberry instead of the white mulberry, try them both. But my blacks, man, I boil those, drop them in there, and they eat them like they're cheeseburgers. You can't even see the leaf. They're covered. And then next thing you know, it's just the white strings that are all rolled up because they ate it down a nut. They don't even do that with the Indian almond leaves. The Indian almond leaves just rot, and they eat off, the biofilm off of them and stuff. And I understand all that. But, it's, I mean, if the tanks are healthy, they like them. So I put them in there anyways, but I'm out now. I usually order them from Germany. It's the only place that I really trust that there's no pesticides on them. I don't know. It's just order them from. I don't know. I get scared about stuff like that. So I ordered from them one time. They hooked me up, and then I ordered again, and they didn't have what I ordered, so I kind of had to pay more. But I like them when they come super dry and crispy, and like they'll bust up. To me, that's a really high grade. I don't like them when they show up and they're rubbery and they're not dry. And I actually have an Indian almond seed over there my buddy gave me, and I got to grind it down. It tells you how to prep it, put it in a bucket, and I can grow it. It's a big seed. Yeah. I got it here. I'll show it to you. Yeah, well,
guys, you get to see it.
Yeah,
I'm just eating cotton candy. I got it from Easter.
Bucket. Now, I don't want to butcher her name, but my buddy at the store, he ordered his Indian almond leaves from someone else. I want to say her name is Jenny Sue or something. She's got like A++ leaves. But here is the Indian almond leaf seed. Yeah, it's a big, huge seed.
That is huge.
But it's for the tree. Yeah, and I actually, I made him give it to me.
Is that huge?
It says they're Indian almond, Hitapa seeds. You may attempt to grow them, and I have attached planting instructions, or you may use the seeds much like the leaves, since the husk will also leach tannins and other beneficial properties, just like the leaves and bark. Oh yeah, that's another thing, is the bark from the tree. It's that's a big deal too. So you don't have to use the leaves. You can take the bark. I think Mark has some bark also that he puts in.
Really?
So let me see. What else we got? Cheryl Evans. Do you like to go out with Alliance Corporal? Can TDS increase after aging? Oh, no, we're past that. I age first, but it shouldn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go.
How many people?
What?
How many new people have came on?
Brian. I don't know. We only have 9 viewers. We had 10 most all night. Hey, I'm good with it.
Yeah, if you guys remember Pumpkin King. You remember Pumpkin King?
Yeah, Pumpkin King.
Yeah, he went to bed.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a family man. Got race cars.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because he's a customer. He's a friend. He sends me, we're friends on Instagram. That's great. HM Com 100. Okay, yeah, this is, God, is this an HM? It is HMD. I don't care, Luke.
So it's like a thermometer. HM.
Oh, Cup of Doug. Oh, who's hi
Cup of
Royal
Doug?
Oak? Shut the back door. Oh, we got a neighbor in here. I'm sorry, Cup of Doug. I didn't see you there. Thanks for
A neighbor?
coming to the stream. Well, he lives like 15 minutes from us here in Livonia. Cup of Doug. Hi from Royal Oak. Well, hello. Thank you for joining our stream. Just bought my first red crystal shrimp a few days ago. Yeah, where'd you get them? Did you get them at a pet store or did you order them?
A Walmart?
Walmart. Yeah. How many did you get? Did it say? What'd you say? Just bought my first. Oh, you didn't say how many. Yeah, how many? Yeah, where'd you get them? And what's your parameters you got them in?
And I
Right
Thanos.
on, that's the right stuff.
Yes, all of the Infinity gems. Woo.
Yeah, you can put. Look, you can put wherever you want in your water if you want to be safe. It's not going to hurt nothing. I mean, being safe to sorry is always, when it comes to money and your pets, and because I'm telling you right now, if you order, let's just say 10 Blue Dreams, $60, pay $12 or whatever for shipping.
Because
You're talking $72 to bring them home, and you put them in water that's not right, and they die. No, I can't because they don't hear me.
oh, click me.
They don't hear you. Can you guys hear me when I talk low like this? Very cool. Yes, I just started Crystal Red myself about a month ago. Yeah, who'd you get your Crystal Reds from, Chubby? Huh? Timothy?
Yeah,
Almost
Timothy.
any leaves will work. Avoid oil leaves and fruit leaves to spoil your water quicker. Yeah, I would agree with that. I have never used a fruit leaf, but
Yeah,
I'll
what
stay away
is
from
a
them.
fruit leaf?
I like bananas, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, stuff like that. I don't know. There was a lot of talk last year, was it, about using, once everybody got on the bandwagon and started doing the leaves I do. Then everybody's like, "Hey, can you do strawberry leaves? Can you do raspberry leaves?" And they got onto the raspberry bush leaves, but I don't know if anybody really did it. But like my neighbor 2 doors down, because where I live, there's 3 houses. That's it. We're on a main road. We face the main road, but we got huge front yards, and then our backyards are really, really massive. And our backyards don't look at any houses because there's a side street, and the houses over there curve around, so all their backyards like create our backyard. So when we look out, we're like in the woods. But anyways, he's got all these oak trees, black oak trees or whatever. So I was thinking about going over there and filling me up a few satchels of those too. But that's what I'm saying. I really wanted to get in the leaf thing and help people out. But the minute I started doing it, everybody else wanted to jump on the bandwagon and kind of take away my swagger. So I was just like, all right, whatever. You can have it. But when you run out, don't come asking me for, the leaves.
That's a nice.
Why are you going up there?
Because I missed them.
Daddy, everyone can see the comments, right?
Yeah, but I didn't read them all.
Really?
I tried to get to all the comments, yes.
So you skipped a couple?
My fingers over here on the mouse, I think. Don't use pothos leaves. They have insoluble calcium that can cut up their insides. Okay, yeah, I've never heard anybody doing that. Just that they stick it in there to like leach out any, ammonias or anything like that. They stick it in the water, to help grow it. So if you're doing Carradine tanks, should you add the water you're going to use, like Rody water with salts, etc., while cycling? No.
Do you like my
You
wizard
can
wand,
use
everyone?
you can use tap water. You can use any water until the tank cycles. Uh, I mean, what I do with my bacteria, I put salted water in there. But like that tank's been over there I think 4 weeks now, just kicking away. I just now put some mosses in there, some nice Physidins and stuff. But the and I'm gonna put these Black King Kongs in there, and that the TDS and that is 140, 142, and over here it's 146. I mean it's a little high, so so I'm saying there's a lot of shrimp in there now, so I've been feeding, so the TDS is going up. And the water went down, so I'll do a top off tomorrow because it's like 2 inches, 2 inches. I put just pure RO in there, and I'll drop TDS down a good 120. So and then I'll drop it down over there, and then I'll just take them over because, like I said, they can go down good, but if you go up, you gotta drip them slow, or you can kill them. My Neos hate duckweed. Brian, I hate duckweed. I hate duckweed. I remember I got it. I went to a store that sells their dog food. And I went there and I was looking at some of their tanks. And they had these stainless steel mesh squares in there that were empty. Whatever they had shipped in. I don't know why they took whatever was on there off of there. But I asked them, I said, hey, can I have them? And they said, yeah, sure. Because I have all these expensive plants that I grow up here, these Physidins. I paid $25 for 15 little sprigs like this, and they tie them down and then they grow up. It's really nice. But so I said, oh wow, what is that? They said duckweed. I said, oh, that looks pretty neat. They said, you want some? I said, I don't want to pay for it. And they said, oh no, you can have as much as you want. That was the worst thing I ever did. Shrimp, love it. Love it to live it, especially sprinkle some Bacter AE up there and that stuff. Man, they'll grab onto that stuff and just sink down. They won't let that duckweed go for nothing. They love duckweed. I hate it. The only floaters they don't eat. Cycled sponge from another tank, or you can use shrimp safe bacteria starters. Most are. Yeah. I can do a video. I mean, most people that know me know that my tanks are just packed with more sponges. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi. There's I don't know, 5, 6 tanks just sitting down here with big sponges in them, so I can like just dump them right into a tank and go. That's another way that I do it. Is I squeeze the sponge out, and or if you have a brand new sponge, you put it in there, bring a dirty sponge over, squeeze the crap out of it, and it'll suck up into the new sponge, and it'll start to grow. Once you seed it, I mean, you're good to go. It's especially for Neos, it's quick.
Yeah, you're nice. Daddy's here. Here's my dad.
Hi.
Hi. Can I show them how we're doing it and stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
Testing some startup.
See?
Bacter.
Hey, everybody.
Some startup Bacter was.
You guys are on my video.
Is it not Bacter AE, but it's Bacter Chubby from Brightwell? Well, Brightwell doesn't make Bacter AE, so.
Magical wand.
So what is it?
Yep. I really like being out here and stuff.
I'm trying ProDBO substrate with the bacteria and startup. Yeah, somebody asked me the other day if I use the bio bacteria, and
everybody on here is actually on my YouTube video.
Nice. I had
Did you do that?
I had people. I had somebody send me some, and I used it, but I just couldn't see. I just couldn't see buying. You know, it seemed too expensive, but people use it because you can see the glass vials in their tank. I think I have a tank or two that still have the vial. I just threw them in there and never took it out. But it's nothing like the bacteria I got. I swear, oh my gosh, I swear, I put in my tank up there, my red-headed pintos clouded. You know, they got the clouded spots. I have a tank just for them because I like them so much. I put that bacteria in there, and I put the immune booster, and I don't know when they bred, but only one lived because I saw a pregnant female, and then months later I seen one small shrimp in there, so they all died. But when I put them over here and I put the rack up, put them in a 10-gallon instead of a 20 long, I put that stuff in there, bam, now they're on their second or third batch already. But they couldn't do nothing before, so I know that stuff that I got. Even the guy who gives me a bacteria, I'm like, dude, my shrimp are breeding because of that bacteria. He's like, yeah, I don't know about all that. And I was like, I'm telling you, he's like, yeah, but he's like, it's the immune booster probably more than anything. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm putting it in my tanks, you know, and 1 minute they're not doing anything, next minute they're buried up. So I don't know. I like the stuff. I can't wait till I get more. That's why I'm hoarding it like it's a bar of gold. I'm not even starting any more tanks. I have an empty tank. Well, it's running, but there's nothing in it. There will be with these guys, but I'm holding on to it. So he says it's coming, but I guess he's got to buy a huge amount, you know, and get it from Taiwan. It's all the stuff that they use, the commercial stuff that they use over there. So the people that are growing all these, you know, really high grade shrimp and stuff, they're using this stuff. So like the GH Plus, I use that liquid stuff. You know, I started using that. It works great. I don't have any issues with it. No dead shrimp, no nothing. Using stability by CCAM or donor media established along with plants and other age rocks or items. Yeah, stability. I got stability. Yeah, stability is good if over time for fish. But it's not bad if you have neos and you have like a real dirty filter, like Chubby Guppy was saying. Use the cycled sponge. I'll just take that sponge and just throw it in the tank, and they like feed off of it. It's like their meal. They just eat right off the sponge. While the other sponge is running too. So, you give them just tons of stuff, and they live no problem. Just tap water when it comes to Caridina. Yeah, I'd never use tap. I would never use tap water with Caridina. I mean, they say tigers and stuff, but I used to top off like my orange eye blue tigers or something. My red tigers, I'd top them off with tap water. Because the TDS is only 102. But the thing is the TDS is low, but it still has 6 GH and it has like 3 KH. So the TDS is low, but still the KH and GH are right there. So, I mean, I would have to get something to boost the TDS, and now you're buying something else. So it's just easier with the salts. Process the duckweed. I dry it up. Yeah. And bee pollen, make a pellet. I wish I knew how to make pellets. Something instead of, because I roll my stuff out with a roller and then cut slices and then, break it up pieces like that. Fish Tropic, what's up?
Hi, Fish Tropic.
Luke says, "Hi, Fish Tropic. Smash that like button. Smash it." World Aquarium Singapore. Oh, hey, I got you. What's happening? Oh, nice to see you here. Nice to see ya. Yeah, I like that. Man, that guy's got some incredible videos. I think I was just asking him about some substrate that was in a shrimp tank in one of his videos. I didn't know if it was sand or like a crushed coral in a Neo tank. Go, wait, what do you want? No. Have you tried Robbie's new food, Chubby Guppy? You're asking me? Robbie's new food? What is it? He sent me a bag of it. Baby Girl or something. I don't know. There's a name on it. Here's my opinion. This goes for all food and mine. If you bring in a food and you got 10 tanks and you feed a brand new food to 10 tanks, you're only going to have so many shrimp that attack it. And the difference between Caridina and Neos is going to be a big deal too, because Neos will really eat about anything. So you can't put a food in a Neo tank. Not always. You can't put a food in a Neo tank and go, "Oh my gosh, look, they're eating it. They love it." Oh no, they'll eat trash. The biggest test is with Caridina. Put it in with Caridina, because Caridina, I mean, they want Grey Poupon. They want, the best steak. They want, top notch. That's how they act. But if, you'll get some that'll eat the stuff right away, and others, I mean, they won't touch it for 3 days. You leave it in the tank 3 days, they won't touch it. But will they touch it in 3 weeks? There's a chance. So that's why I say, using powder foods go way further than, using somebody's homemade food. Mine the same. Even though my food is made out of, my powders, I just put it together. Would you stop crying? I know what you want. I can't do it right now. But, it's, so I don't ever say anything bad about anybody's food. It's, but there's foods that, a lot of my shrimp won't touch. And I'm not going to name them on here, but, it's not like they're bigger brand names, but. Oh, how'd you go, boss? How'd you go, boy? Huh? The beagle. What? Oh, good boy. Huh? Is it you want your tummy rubbed, or I know what it is you want? I can't go upstairs and get you treats right now. Yeah, I tried it. It's I'll just say it worked like really any other food I've tried. The response was about the same. So food for bacteria like Nutri-Greens from Pure Nordic, along with cholla wood and alder cones and Indian almond leaves would be enough. Yeah. You don't even have to put that stuff in there. Not to start out. You put it in there, later. Yeah. But if Pure Nordic has stuff to help, then that's something you'll have to figure out. I've never tried this stuff. I'm really excited too. I just don't have the money to buy it right now. Like everyone else would, the coronavirus, it's like, it's like my phone bills do. I shut off the cable. Now I got, almost a $280 phone bill. You know, I won't shut the phones off. You know, I don't want to shut off, you know, his unlimited data on his pad and stuff. So it's like now I have to pay the phone bill. So it's pay the phone bill or buy, you know, shrimp food. I have tons of shrimp food. I make my own shrimp food. I'll get his food. Believe that. I will get his food. And I'm gonna get a shirt off that guy too. So 3 or 4X. Just let you know, Dennis, at Pure Nordic, your shirts are the coolest. I think they're so cool. I mean, the guy's got a great. He's just got a great hookup. His look is really nice. You know, the Viking thing's super cool. I respect it. Big respect. World Aquarium Singapore. That is so cool that you are here. I've been a friend. I've been subscribed to him, not like forever and a day, but for a while now, and he's got really good stuff. You guys should check him out. I have Celestial Pearl Danios in my heavy planted Neo tank. I crush really finely, and I could add weekly as well to save money. Yeah. See, I did that video because who was it? I don't know. One of the big it was see, I don't like to bring up names, but there's a guy doing a video saying, oh my gosh, coronavirus, the pet store's gonna close. Oh, what are we gonna do? So I hurried up. I see he was doing it, so because I see it was like live streaming like 30 minutes. So I hurried up, made a video, and said, "Oh no, the pet store's gonna close. What am I gonna do?" And it's like you can do that. You feed shrimp all day long with, powdering up the flakes, anything. Look, shrimp love Pleco wafers. Man, you know how many shrimp tanks I could feed on one Pleco wafer? Snap them suckers up and little pieces, drop them in there. You know, because that stuff's compacted. It's squeezed super tight. So over time, it starts to soften up and get bigger. I don't know if you ever seen a Pleco wafer after it got waterlogged. It's like triple the size. You can feed tons of that. But that's what I'm saying. It's all you got to do is think green beans. You can feed them green beans forever. I mean, what, Bubba's? What? Oh, you just want to be pet? I know, dude. He's down here. So there's so much that you can do. I mean, crush anything up. They'll like it all the same. Just don't try to get like too ingenious and start crushing stuff up that you're unsure of. So let's see. For pellets, just put it in an icing squeeze bag and cut it as it comes on. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even. Boy, that's a lot of chopping. It's like ting, 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 ting. But is that how they get the? Yeah, is that how they get the pellets? Like a Pleco pellet? I mean, because I was thinking it was like a meat grinder, how you squeeze, or like a Play-Doh, squeeze it out, and then you like cut them all off. Squeeze it out, cut it all off. Like a squirter for Play-Doh. But I don't know. I didn't ask Robbie. I figure if I ask him, he'll tell me. Robbie tells me everything. Pellets, yeah, it's the shape of the food. You can buy certain foods that are pellets in the shape of a pellet.
My dad is live.
If you're making your own foods, that was for our host. Yes. Ooh, icing squeeze bag. That's a good idea. Thank you, Chubby. If you want pellets instead of pads, I have a whole container full of pellets. My Neos don't touch. My Amanos would take them and hide to eat them alone because they are selfish, just sitting around. Pellets of what? What are they pellets of?
Why?
I had a hard time finding crystal reds were interested in
today.
Yeah, Chris. That's what I'm saying. Caradinas are way pickier. Way pickier. You gotta find it.
My dad is alive today.
But the mulberry powder and stuff, it's great. Shirt sizes. 3X. That was a funny conversation about Americans and their shirt sizes. Chubby Guppy needs a 5XLT. All right, yeah. Well, I can go 3X tall, but if they don't have 3X tall, then it's got to be like. Well, it depends on how big it is. But I'll wait till my shirts are done, Chubby Guppy. They'll be the cat's meow. Yeah, that is funny. Neos will really eat trash. Yeah, they just about will. Yes, Luke.
Guess how many views are on my first video?
Oh, good. I just need 2X because I work out too much. Yeah, I used to do that too. Did it for 10.5 years. Now I'm fat. Yeast, pollen, greens, reefers, cookies, and milk. Yeast, pollen, greens. So, how much of that, Tim, is for you, and how much is for the shrimp? Extruded, yes, just like Play-Doh. Yeah. Okay. It's just the three of us. Oh, there's only 3 of us. Oh, it says 7 viewers. Huh.
This how much views box of stickers got.
How many?
27 views.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Omega 1 shrimp pellets. Even my Neos couldn't be bothered. Yeah, the Omega 1 stuff. Yeah, I don't mess with that Omega 1 stuff. That's like
Omega 1?
That's like yeah, I know pet stores that sell it. My internet is back up. Yay!
Who?
World Aquarium Singapore. Some issues with my internet. Alright. Really? It's just a few of us? I can't even see it. All my dogs keep coming down here, though. Let me see. Yeah, it's the Omega 1 stuff. It's the Omega 1 stuff is like in it's at the pet store where my wife gets the dog food, so it's like not they sell. It's more for animals than it is aquarius, hobbyists like that. It's for dogs, cats, stuff like that. It's like I don't know. It just seems like a cheaper food, just like a filler food, like more for fish.
That's a gold coin.
There's Cheryl. I haven't seen Cheryl around. Where you been, Cheryl? Calling hot pot. All right, what's hot pot? I gotta get a good laugh out of this one. What is it? Was that right back? Right back, Cheryl? Or should I start calling you hot pot? Oh, Cheryl, do they call the police where you live Bobby's? What's oh, BW, Brian White crap. Haha, BW. Yeah, but why would he call it? I've been using Dr. Bassy or pork shrimp food, as that's all my, they seem to like it. Alright, Luke, it's late here. Catch you later. Alright, Tater Salad, thank you, buddy. So glad you're here. Have a good night. Huh? Hold on, Tater. He said, Brian and Luke, it's late. Catch you later. Tell them good night.
Good night, Tater Salad.
Yeah.
So it's new on.
Nearly nodding off, then listening. 1,000 geckos. Oh, look at that. Coming in late. 11:30. Where you been? Nice that you showed up. Yes, they used to call them Bobbies in the old days. Yeah, that's when I was a kid. I used to watch shows. I used to see them called that. I thought it was cool. How they used to go around with their little sticks. Oh, hey, Stella Bella's down here. Oh, just Stella Bella. You guys want to see an English bulldog? She's the face on my business. Oh, come here, baby girl. Guess she'll let me pick her up. She probably won't. Oh, come here, baby girl. Oh, you want to come see Dada? Huh? Here, get up here. Come on. Oh, it's a big girl. Let me see if I can get her. She's always quick to the draw. If you go to pick her up, she knows it. She don't want to be picked. She'll take off. But she likes to be picked up. What? Did he pick you up? Come here. Oh, really? All right.
I got her.
Come here. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, big girl. Oh, here, lift that up some. Oh, yeah, not too much. There's she is. Oh. There's a baby girl. There's a baby girl. There's a baby girl. Huh? Oh, baby girl. Oh, there you go. Yep, this is Stella Bella. Oh. Yep. Show us the doggo. Yep. She's we love the other dogs, but we love all three, but she has our heart, boy. She's a pretty girl. This is the dog we got at the
Oh, look, he says,
the dog Humane
She
Society.
she was a stray.
Yeah, I know, but we got her at the Humane Society. She was a puppy, and they found her walking around. So they brought her in, and they kept her for a month, and no one claimed her, so we got her. So she's what? How old is she, too?
No. She's actually...
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she's 3. But she's just a puppy, huh? It's about. Oh, the pretty girl. She's got Yoda ears.
Yoda ears.
Yeah.
They flap around. See?
Yeah, her little tongue sticks out. Yeah, it's like we always tickle it. We're like, doesn't it get dry? She's scared. You all right, baby girl?
Yeah, she's
Huh?
scared.
Oh, good girl. Yeah, you want down?
You want
All right,
down?
Daddy puts you down. Come on, Daddy puts you down. Oh.
She's like, I want up again.
Yes, she is. Yes, she gets spoiled.
Yeah, she's like, I
Yeah.
want up again.
Yeah, those. Hey, we got lucky. $300 at the Humane Society when they're like $3,000. So. Yep. Singapore, we got just 30 on this wall. So yeah, we got 40 altogether down here, just shrimp tanks. We just got a new pupper. What'd you get, Brian? She's a big sweetie. Yes, she is. She's so attached to my wife that um like my wife sleeps. She'll sit in the room, she won't sleep, and then when my wife gets up, she'll go sit on the recliner or something, and then she'll hop up there, literally lay on her and fall asleep, sleep for hours. It's like she like protects her at night, and then in the daytime she sleeps. Uh, I, oh, he's a pretty girl. Friends come over, and I tell them all the time, don't reach over the fence, unless we're there. My buddy reached over, and she literally bit him, and his whole hand was just gushing blood. And he's like, "Oh, I was wrong. I shouldn't have put my hand over the fence." I said, "Well, she protect." No, I'm like, "She protect." Cause she doesn't want to. But yeah. So, Brian, I need some more moss. I need some more moss, Chubby Gummy. So one more deep question: do you or can you use roti water waste for Neos? Yeah.
Do this if you like Stella, and Santa will bring her back up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all you got to do is wastewater. Don't waste your wastewater. Don't throw it away because wastewater is good for them. Because all right, back up. You want back up? Huh? You want back up? Come on. Oh, see, she runs. It's a game she plays. Here she is again. Oh, no. Oh, John. Oh, John. Boy, you need your nails clipped. Ooh. Oh. But yeah, don't throw away your waste. Because test your waste. You'll see when it comes out the other end. It's it'll have the cage, the GH, but there's nothing in it. There's no bad stuff in it because it just went through all your filters. So all those filters just took everything out. Now you got your RO. It's pure RO. Nothing's in it. You'll get 1 or 2 ppm. But then the other end will come out. Watch the numbers go up when all the chloramines and everything come out of it. The numbers really go up, and the shrimp just love it. Because now you don't have to worry about, man, is there something in there? Are they gonna get sick? Anything like that? It's all filtered, so it can't, it really can't get any better, other than doing RO and remineralizing it yourself. So she's a big sweetie, yes.
What? What did they say?
She's a big sweetie.
Yeah,
So, Brian, I need some more moss. I would not, Brian, but I do add a second RO filter to the waistline and further process it. It cuts waste in half and doubles the. You would not what? Use the wastewater for Neos? But I do add a second RO filter on the waistline and further process it. It cuts waste in half and doubles the roti. Oh, really? So I can get more RO so I could cut my waste in half, adding another the DI part, add the fourth one, because I only have the RO, the 3-stage. So if I add a 4th stage like Mark, maybe I still got to get moss from it. Yeah.
The dogs never listen to me.
And shrimp. Yeah, I know. Geckos, I'm waiting on you. This might be better. What might be better? My wastewater comes out 100 ppm higher than the input. It has the waste from the RO membrane added to it.
Wait, someone new has came on.
you have waste from the RO membrane added to it. My wastewater comes out 100 ppm higher. Yeah, oh, mine don't come out that much. No, because like I said, my ppm's 102, and I'll get like 150, 160. So I mean, it's still a good jump, but it's
Someone new has came on.
okay. In my 1,000 geckos. In my opinion, it's not waste from the RO membrane. It's all the chemicals are taken out, which makes all the minerals stronger. They're not diluted as bad. But that's my opinion. I don't know. That's what I tell myself. So I tell myself to say that that's why it goes up. Because I mean, I don't. And another thing, if it is waste from the RO membrane added to it, see, that's what I'm saying. The filters aren't letting anything through it. Shouldn't be. I don't know. I've never had a problem. I put all that wastewater in my neotanks. Never had an issue with it. I just figure if I test the wastewater, test the tap water, and test the current neotank water, I could adjust accordingly.
Degrees?
Yeah, you could adjust accordingly.
Look.
Yeah. What?
Your boy makes me laugh.
It's you. 1,000 Gecko says, your boy makes me laugh. Says you making him laugh. Just add a second RO filter and then both into the same DI filter. So, and then both into the same DI.
Whoa!
Okay. Just add a second RO filter. So you're saying a whole nother 3. So I have 3 and then 3 more, and then do 3 and then put a RODI unit. So 3 into an RODI 4, and then have it come out from there. Is that what you're saying? I was thinking adding a second RO filter and not the DI part. Oh, so it'd be 3 and 3. So run 6 filters. Holy crap. That'd be. Oh. So, all right. So it's your RO is going to come out the first set, and then you run your waste into the next set of RO filters, and then that gets filtered out, and then that has RO out of that, and then, oh yeah, so you're like,
It's confusing.
well, I caught it. You're like diluting alcohol. It's like you're making your own alcohol, and you're adding water, or you're getting more water. You're distilling it a second time, right? It's the distillation process. My neotank is heavily planted and pretty established, so 20% water change with the wastewater that is prime should work. Yeah. But that's how I do it. Chubby Guppy's right. I mean, you can really squeeze more out, but I don't know. I've talked to my buddy who owns a pet store, and he's been doing it 25 years, and he agrees with me. So, but still, we could both be wrong. But like I said, I've never had a problem. All these tanks, they all get the wastewater.
If you look, these tanks are like perfectly clean.
I think it's RO membranes and series. Yeah, the link to the image to our pupper might be a better link.
Tropical fish.
I put 275 and I get 375 waste.
Yes, I am still up. It's because of this cotton candy.
My neotanks. That's why so much waste comes out. Is to flush the RO membrane of its buildup. That's why they recommend bag flushing it every month or so. Yeah, a second membrane. Just add a second RO filter on your Oh, so take one of the. Excuse me, Luke. So you're saying another RO? What do you say? That's where waste comes out. Flush the RO membrane. No, just add a second filter on your multi-stage. No, so the DI would make it a four-stage. Chubby is just suggesting another membrane, not a whole three-stage system. Yes. So is it you add take off like a carbon block or something, or do you add a fourth one on here, just adding another filter like Mark did?
Yeah,
Luke is still up. Yeah, that's how we roll here, Fish Tropic. And when I was a kid, I didn't get treated like this. My kids get treated like this. That's how we got to be. Most RO units get 1-to-4 ratios. Like this, you can almost get 1-to-2 good versus waste. Wow. I put my kids 6 and 2 to sleep much earlier during quarantine. No, he stays up because we all stay up. I mean, because I do stuff like this, I wouldn't want him to miss it. Chubby Guppy, yes. Then take the two RO outputs and join them back into the DI stage of your original filter. Yes. Then take the two
Yes, continue.
RO outputs.
I only have a little bit left. Well, it's still good.
So you're taking the two RO outputs. You're talking the wastewater and the RO, or yes, then take the two RO outputs.
Fish Tropical, I wish you had cotton candy too.
And then back into the DI stage of your original filter. Yes, just the RO stage. Cotton candy, look at him go. LOL. Yeah, look at him go. It's what 11:46, which is early. He'll be going till 4 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. I mean, what? 12 o'clock would be 5 hours. Well, it's 2:30, so we started at 7, about 7:15. I don't think he has the DI stage. I just think he uses three. That's all I have is the 3-stage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could add a fourth stage. Hey, Luke, what flavor is that? Thousand Geckos wants to know. What's it taste like? No. What's it taste like? Strawberry? Cherry and strawberry? Well, you eat that whole can? Oh my gosh. That's like 4 Mountain Dews. Total. Oh my god. Hold on. What? Okay, it's one serving. Serving size 1.5 ounces. Total fat 0. Sodium 0. Total carbs 42 grams. And carbohydrates turn to sugars. Total sugars 42 grams.
Hey, look, no.
Includes 42 grams added sugars, 80%. So that's 84 grams of sugar, 42 grams of carbs, which will turn to sugars. I mean, it's like 369.
Here's the
Over
calories.
3 Mountain Dews.
Here's the calories.
Jesus. You should do another room tour. I could watch your room tours all day. Well, here's the thing is I got to figure out how to pump my cell phone. Here, I don't want this over here. You want me to throw it away?
No, I really like the can.
All right. Because I think that I can hook my phone up and like put it on tanks and stuff. So I could do that.
Says, oh no,
wow. It's pink flavor. Yeah.
No, it's kind of pink
flavor. I used to eat the floss, which is what makes cotton candy when I worked at Six Flags like 20 years ago. Oh yeah, it's like Mountain Dew times 50. Yeah. He's gonna be bouncing, man. I'm telling you. We'll get up there and he'll start throwing stuff at me, want me to catch it. Just start chucking it at me for no reason. Hey, catch this.
Hey, catch this.
Yeah. Be glasses and cups and be throwing plates thinking they're frisbees, sticking them in the wall. I'm having to repair plaster. I won't eat that stuff no more, LOL. I like having teeth. Yeah. I got lucky there too.
I still have my teeth.
All my life I had perfect hearing, perfect eyes, perfect teeth. Then I got these cell phones ate my eyes up. Now I wear glasses, but I still have all my teeth, all my wisdom teeth, everything. I had cavities. I don't know how many I had, but now they're replacing them with white. But I have every tooth that I was born with. 32.
You remember, I think your spine or your back was something weird. Remember you said something's wrong or something. Your spine was somewhere. You said something's popped.
Oh, my rib.
If you get
Thanos, yes, Thanos. So on Roadie Water, if I get to 130, I heard the GH will be fine.
There's Thanos.
It depends. Here's the thing: is test it, test your water, test your salts, because it comes down to. Right. Whitcraft. Right, Whitcraft. Yeah. Yeah, 130 TDS. That is. Yeah, I understand that. Here's the thing: is what?
Nothing.
Do whatever you're gonna do. Do whatever you're gonna do. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't get like that because I put the spotlight on you. You can go 120. You don't have to do 130. 130, your GH could be 7. It could, check it first. But 120 is, 120's 120 and 130 in there. It just depends on where you're at, your water, and how your shrimp react to it.
Excuse. I'm sorry, everybody.
Jeez,
I feel 3 times or something.
GH, yeah. What is it, Rob? Really, Rob from Flip? Yeah.
You said Thanos? Well, he has all the Infinity Gems.
What's it? Rob from Flip said if you get to 130, you shouldn't have to worry about KH. Is that FH? What's FH? GH? Yeah.
Gunner, stop it!
But I realized the pH was making the GH very high to try help me out about it. Yeah, it's try your test your 120. But here's the thing: is whoever you get your shrimp from, that's where you should keep your waters from. If you get them from an importer, or if you get them from a breeder, that's what you should do. But it's all going to come down to over time. I'm telling you right now, it's all going to come down to you're going to become a mad scientist, and you're going to RO it on top offs, drop your TDS down, all that stuff, and you're going to find places where your shrimp will respond better than what somebody tells you. Because, like I said, it depends where you are. Pressure of water, this, that, it all does. Oh, you want to get them for me? Yeah. Well, then I'll give you the. Like, look, that's what I'm saying. My Black
I
King,
want more of this.
my Black King Kongs over here won't stop breeding. Won't. I can show you.
I
Won't
want
stop
this
breeding.
stuff.
And
I
it's
want it a lot.
it's 164.
Crystal blacks. He needs crystal blacks.
Oh, yeah, okay, those are over there. Unless you want pure black line. Oh, and what I thought, my crystal blacks, I thought that they were like crappy looking. No, they just molted. They were like dirty looking. They molted. Now they're all pink, bright white. But the pure black lines up there, crystal blacks are those. I mean, are you gonna mix? Are you gonna use them for breeding? Are you gonna mix them or anything? Because if not, I mean, you can get the crystal blacks, but you can get the pure black lines, and that way, I mean, you don't have to worry about them. Breeding
I'd
anything
love
else.
15.
Pure black line.
Yeah. Where are the pure black?
Up there. There's oh gosh, I'd say 200 or more. What do you want? You ain't gonna get way up there. I'll test it. Look at all this crap over here. You ain't gonna be able to get up there. Oh, you think you reach? All right, go behind me. All right, go around. However, top intake. Oh, there's so many. So many. It was the tank that I was having problems with the algae. But all right, is it on? Don't stick it in too far.
No.
All right, hit the button in front, turn it on, and then stick it in right up to that line. Don't go any deeper. You'll ruin it right there. Now read the number. What's the number say?
1, 2, 1, 2,
122, 122, 122 TDS on my pure black lines, and they ain't stopping. I mean, it's great, but it's like that one, the one female, two females in there. Thank you. And she's a Missouri too. Luke's living up to his dad. Love to see it.
What do you mean?
Now, you're getting up and testing the stuff. He used to like his channel, but he doesn't offer much anymore. Yeah, Detroit is going to be the next Rob. I like Rob, but I don't know anymore. Love this channel, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I have a local fish store that is interested in the A or S calls. In the A or S calls. But not
A or
doing anything.
S?
I was gonna, but now I just want to bring pure black line.
I want
Yeah,
more cotton candy.
It's the pure black line that I have is
Guess what?
the gene's incredible because like I said, the tank is just slam packed, and they're not stopping. Let me see if they've had like a recent birthing. Oh yeah, the littlest ones are gosh, maybe a 32nd of an inch. They're probably born today. So since they're so small, let me give them let me do a back. I didn't even notice that they were so small in there. Put a little Bacter AE in there for the babies. I didn't know that they.
Can I show them back there?
I showed it to
I want to.
I showed it to him already.
No, yesterday.
No, I showed it to him.
Really?
Yeah. And you guys probably didn't see that, but I just take it, stick this wood skewer in there like that, and then just tap it on the edge of the tank, and it puts plenty in there.
Yeah.
And like I said, I am not kidding. There's 200 shrimp in there all day, and they're all babies up to semi-adults.
We cannot show you the pure black lines because you are on the computer.
Oh,
You are not.
what do they want to see?
Yeah, but this is the phone right here
I don't.
on the computer. What? Yeah, it's over here. Here you go. Microphone. La la. Poke, poke, poke.
I just ran my roadie over second tonight. What? You overflowed it again? Oh boy, Chubby, you're gonna be so mad at me.
Why?
I was worried about that too. Need an auto shut off. Yeah, here. Stay right there. I'll save that.
My dad's gonna show you the guy. Show you guys, okay?
This is what I have. I don't use it much, but it's one of the it's like the toilet. But this thing was almost $50 because it's got the acrylic. They screw the screws on here, but you run your line in there for your RO, and when that water comes up, it just pushes it up, shuts it off, so it won't run no more. So if you have your wastewater running into the sink,
You can't go any farther.
if the wastewater's running in the sink, you don't have to worry about it ever overflowing. So you can just put that right in your tub, in your bucket, in your trash can, whatever. And it just runs down, and it runs down over this, and then just like a toilet, pushes it up, and then it closes it. Then that's it. It's done. And like I said, if the wastewater's running into the sink, you don't have to worry because, like, I set my alarm on my phone, and sometimes I forget, and sometimes I've come down and the water's right at the top. Sometimes I've not made it in time.
Yeah.
So, but those are things that you can do to stop it. But like the alarms, you can get the alarms. Lucas twitching
What does that mean?
from the sugar.
Will you save my
What is that? You saved my butt. I wanted to go get a picture for you and found it just started over the edge. I was running it in a bucket instead of my big tank with the float. That's how I do it every time. Where did you get that? You could do one in the waste too if you didn't put it in the sink. Yes, but the bad thing, well, it's not a bad thing, but one runs faster than the other. I love you too, big boy. One you get more than the other, so
It's great.
I'm not. Well, yeah, because if your wastewater pumps, if the wastewater shuts off, I don't know how RO unit works. Like I said, I have a pump. I have a box. It's made for my thing, same color and everything, same colors, as the box. So all the water lines go into it. So I run them on top of the wash machine, so most of it goes into the drum and out the. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, because you can use that water to do laundry. Yeah, you did. If your RODI has the shut off when the main stops, it will stop the waistline. Not all do. Right. See, I don't know if this comes with it. All I know is that if your RO, see, that's the thing. If one of them shuts off, if the RO shuts off, because or let's say your wastewater fills up first and it shuts off, well, no more wastewater can come out. So what would happen to it? It's not going to come out the RO side. So I would think that, but there's nothing on here that's electronic. So I don't know. Maybe it would shut it off. I've never tried it because right after I bought it, I put that pump on it because I was running it and I was getting way more wastewater than I was RO water. So I told my buddy, and he's like, "Well, come up and get a pump." He's like, and what it does is it levels it out, the pressure, so it'll like catch it up. So you're getting like a 1-to-1 ratio or a 2-to-1. So that's what I'm saying. If I do what you're saying, Tim, and add more to it, then I could even get more. Maybe I could get it up to a 3-to-1 because that pump, it's got a lot of pressure.
Bye, Brian. I think.
No, it's 1,000 geckos. See you, Brian. Hey, I'll see you.
Bye, Brian.
Where did you get that YouTube? I got it at the pet store. My pet store, my buddy's pet store sells them. I don't know about anybody, else's, but yeah, just right at the. Oh, and it's an e-shop. So I don't know. You can go online and find them. But yeah, this was expensive because the ones that don't come with this. What about it? What about it? Oh yeah. The ones that don't come with this, that you can adjust and everything, they just like you drill a hole through the plastic tub and put it in there like that. They're cheap. They're cheaper. So they're, it's a better value if you don't mind drilling holes in your bucket. Well, I didn't want to drill holes, and I wasn't sure it was what I actually wanted, the road I wanted to go down. So I used it for, I don't know, day, 2 days or something. I took it up. But yeah, putting one on each end because the pressure thing on there, that's the thing is when that goes up and starts to shut it off with my pump, it's got a calibrator in. Pupper needs a good night kiss. Well, thank you, Brian, for showing up again. Yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
If we are going to make another one.
Well, like I said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Mark does his thing, I think it's 7 o'clock at his time. It's 2 o'clock here, so I wait. And then Pure Shrimp, if he's not rolling, because I'm going to be honest, Mark, there's a couple guys, there's a couple guys that got shows, but it's
Mark has his own show.
Yeah, if I have to step in and make a spot for myself, that's what I'm going to do. But the thing is it's not out of disrespect, but I respect Mark, I respect Dennis. It's not that I don't respect anyone else, but I'm saying, Mark's worked really hard and he's got 40,000 subscribers. Dennis at Pure Shrimp has more subscribers than I do, so he, it's kind of like, he's grandfathered in, so it's a respect thing. But outside of that, I'm going to have to get in where I fit in, and if it's, getting on here at 7 o'clock at night to sit and hang out with you guys, that is making need greater than 67 psi feet pressure. And if it's really cool, then that's what I'm going to do, because I don't care. But that's what I'm saying. I'm a leader, not a follower. I'm not, and I make my own decisions. But like I said, I watch Mark. I respect him. I watch Pure Shrimp. I respect Dennis. We like that stuff. Well, hell, if I'm going to go and start my channel, when he's doing his, just because it's 1 or 2 o'clock here, that's not cool. Plus, like he says, you only want to do your videos when your viewers can watch it. Well, I understand you guys over there in the UK and England, all that stuff, you guys are actually staying up late for me and watching it. I really respect that. I respect it wholeheartedly. But, here at 7 o'clock when I get on, if I stay on, look, it's 12:10, hey, Lisa's back.
Hey, Lisa.
But it's,
And
me getting on at 7 o'clock, if I start bumping into somebody's time, but people start coming and watching me, there's nothing I could do about that. Like I said, I'm taking Mark's thing and saying just do it. So he's on at a certain, like Luke wanted to do this earlier. I'm like, we can't. He's like, why not? I'm like, because Pure Shrimp's on. And he's like, well, what about when he's done? I was like, well, Mark might be on. I was like, so I can't. These are their times that they've worked hard to get these slots. And I mean, even if I went on, probably no one will watch me. They're going to watch Mark, and then they're going to go, that guy's, not very smart. It's not very nice either to do it while Mark's doing his. So that's why I don't do it.
I'm just a very good listener.
Oh, you never left?
I never left.
Nice.
Very good listener.
Excellent.
Yay! We haven't seen you in a while.
I know our viewers are down to 4 or so.
Really?
Yeah.
We used to have 9.
Well, we had 10. A whole 10. We hit a whole 10.
Yeah.
We hit a whole 10 tonight, baby. Woo!
Yeah, I really miss Pumpkin King.
Yeah, Pumpkin King.
Yeah, he subscribed to my channel.
Yeah, he surely did. A couple people did. Didn't Brian subscribe? Yeah, I'm going to have to dust that off tomorrow. It's dusty. Yeah.
No. It doesn't look dusty.
It is, or it might be part of the paint. Here at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, we use what we got. We don't have no big microphones over here and all these cool cameras and everything.
No, not like video games, not like GoPros.
No, we
not
got
slow-mo cameras, no. We only use what we have.
Yeah, we draw on the walls when we want to make pictures.
No, we have a whiteboard over there.
The whiteboard. We use the whiteboard. We draw on that. We draw shrimp. Yeah, you ain't drawing on my brand new painted walls.
Look. No, wait, can I show them?
What?
The brand new painted walls.
Those ain't brand. They saw that. They see it when I show them the tanks, but I'll turn it just for you. Okay.
See, our brand new painted walls.
All that new electrical ran and the whole basement's all done like that now.
Yeah, now we can finally show you.
Yeah. Well, we got to do
one more thing.
tear the roof. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not doing nothing with that except putting all new lighting in. I got to wire it all up.
You're just gonna leave it like that?
Yeah, that's gangster. I was gonna paint it, but with all the tanks down here, I can't spray paint it. I was gonna paint it with a paint machine.
Good.
You're gonna push everything off the back that's behind it.
Pow, 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 pow. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, buddy. Just trying to learn. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Aren't we all? Like I
have a goatee.
excuse me, like I try to say, I try to learn everything I can. With hopefully with no casualties, so I can bring.
I'm just trying to learn.
All the information to you guys. Like I said, if I can make your job 10 times easier than you watching my channel and listen to me, makes it all worthwhile in the long run, right? If I'm sitting here telling you the same thing that you can read on the back of a bottle, and that's another thing. Like, you watch other channels and stuff and they tell you something and it's like, I don't want to go over the same, same information that they're going over. It's like, I don't, it's kind of like when I did, when me and Luke did, how to set up a Neo Carradino tank. Yeah, it's good for YouTube and what people punch up, but it's like you can YouTube it and see 90 people set up a Neo Carradina tank. You can see them set up Carradina tanks.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean you can see all that. Do I need to do it again? I mean, I breed shrimp. I don't. What? I breed shrimp. I don't. I don't really
I just wanted to
aquascape.
say
What?
that we were gonna
Make what?
maybe the shrimp cake.
Oh yeah, the food. That's what they keep asking if we'll make a video doing it. Me and you.
What? Making the shrimp cake?
Yeah, rolling it out with the roller.
Yeah.
We got a real dough roller over there. We roll it by hand. Yeah, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to do the same thing. I don't want. Like let's say Mark does. Hey, setting up a tank part 3, and then a week later I'm sitting here going, yeah, setting up a Carradina tank part 1. It's the same thing. Substrate, moss, a filter, put in some dirty bacteria, built up bacteria. There's only so many ways to do it. There's only so many ways to say it. So that's why I'm trying to get information from other places and other informative people that can give me stuff that not everyone's touching on yet. Like the GH Plus I use, the Immune Booster I use, the temperature water. I don't use, any heaters, like a lot of people don't,
Yeah, I don't
but
like crash. You remember?
What? What, the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the battery that died. What are you talking about? You're silly. But yeah, I don't want to be the same, I don't want to be the, what is it? Like the same read, like people pick up a book, this sounds just like the last one I read, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be a guy that, might add on to something that somebody, says, or some information that you got. You can ask me and I can give you maybe the answer that no one else has been able to give you, or somebody gives you an answer that you just don't find it like that's what you're looking for. So hopefully, like I said, I'm not a guy that can tell you how to mix shrimp and what's going to come out in the long run. I haven't gotten to that.
No.
Just be you.
You're awesome.
Good job.
Just be you.
Yeah, just be you. You're awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
Now that makes sense. You should have added a little tiny period right there.
Or a comma?
Yeah, a comma, and then, no wait, wow. You are silly. Here, lol.
You are still here. LOL. Yeah, Anthony. What?
Oh wow, Anthony.
He's back. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I don't come on. Like I said, I don't want to stay on here for 6 hours every night.
Okay, sorry. It's okay.
I don't, because, I do have a family, but I could literally sit down here and probably stay on here longer. And I could do 8 hours. I could do a whole shift, because it's just,
okay.
but I want to go upstairs and hang out Munchkin, hang out with my wife for a little bit, even though she's probably laying down right now. But,
really like
she needs alone time too, because, she takes on all the stuff around here.
Yeah, some of them didn't get to see this.
She takes care of him, Indian almond leaf.
So some of you didn't get to see this, but we did it maybe a long, 2 hours ago, right?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
1
Maybe
hour.
an hour. Yeah, maybe an hour.
And so the Indian almond leaves. So this is how big the seed is.
That's what we have to plant to grow the tree. So we're
That's
gonna
how
plant
big.
it.
Look.
I'm going to plant it so we can grow a tree
It
and
looks
then
like
get all
gold.
of our leaves for free.
Yep.
But yeah, it's my wife does everything, so us coming down here and him hanging out with me. It gives her time to catch up on her shows and, you know, just, you know, let her hair down and relax. You know, because we both been doing a lot around here to get the house together. And, you know, because I told her, I said, if we're all locked up in the house because of this coronavirus and we sit around, we don't do anything and use this time to our advantage, then what do we do down the road when we don't have time and we have to do something? We're sitting here going, gosh, where's all the time gone when we could have done it all this other time? Yeah, okay.
Some of you didn't get to see, but I have a magical wand. It doesn't actually work.
All right, well, I think we're going to cut this off.
Really?
Yeah, we got 3 viewers. Yeah. Yeah, it's Luke. I've been down here. I've been down here for 5.5 hours.
When we get 1.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Don't start this with me. Do not start this with me. No. All right, everybody. So we're going to cut it short. We're going to end it. I mean, really? That's how you're going to end the whole 5.5 hours? Don't poke me with the skewer. Look, he's threatening me. Ow! But, yeah, I want to go hang out. I haven't taken a shower yet. I got to get in the shower. He's got to get in the shower. It's 12:30. We got to, you know, eat some more, hang out, and then, you know, relax and start getting ready for bed. So, look, good night. Good night, Lisa. Good night, everybody. Cheryl, Thousand Geckos.
No, wait. Everybody do this in the comments, and I'll say good night to everybody.
Yeah, and hit the thumbs up.
Subscribe.
Yeah, write a comment.
No, you remember, if you have to come on this video right now, unless you can't even watch it. No watch.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it right there. What are you doing? Right there. What are you?
Detroit Shrimp Aquatics.
That was yesterday's.
Oh. I wish it works, but on mine it doesn't. For real, on mine
That's
it
because
doesn't.
this is Dada's phone. It's a Note 9. Always works.
You know how you know? Because.
Yeah, he wants that phone back. He's 8 and thinks he deserves a cell phone. I said, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters? None of your friends have. I may do some late night testing tonight. Testing on what? If it's something good, let me know. Hey, I'll be up, Tim. Text me. Message me, whatever. If you do something and it's cool. All right, everybody. We're gonna cut. We're gonna call it a night. We're down to 2 viewers. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Have tons of fun doing this.
I went right on the camera with this.
Can't write on my computer with that.
It's soft.
Yeah, I know, but it won't write on it. Not like that.
I know. I just want to pretend.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
We had a blast.